I'm James O'Brien! Please don't say that about me.
Just a bitch. Just a bitch. Just a bitch.
I need to take a little break. I need to take a little break.
Just a bitchness is just a break.
Would have points and be in some kind of leaderboard for something. That's all I can think of. Yeah, I want to be the first Twitch stream that is not only shut down by the EU for allowing people to gamble with premium currency, but also shut down for GDPR violations at exactly the same time. Sean's going down the technological authoritarian dystopia route.
Adamant, you're going to bite and go for it. Go
Yeah,
on,
alright,
bite.
go on,
Bite on the burger.
bite.
Go on then.
Okay,
Bite,
okay.
bite,
Yeah.
bite.
Go on, eat the burger. Then go on.
Yeah, if this shows you, if this
Bite,
teaches you a
bite,
lesson,
bite,
if this teaches
bite,
you a lesson,
bite,
if
bite,
this
bite,
teaches you a
bite,
lesson-
bite. Obviously, you bit your grandchild.
Oh no! What are you done that for?
Why did you just
Why
continue?
did you do that?
Followed her into the so-called loyalist compound, and some of them were filmed against graffiti and murals. Michael Stone, who is about to be released even though he murdered 5 people and injured many others, was filmed against a mural that said he... I've adopted the winner's mindset.
Could you expand a bit more on that, actually?
Yeah, I
Not
should.
sure I've
Thank you for triggering the welcome bear.
picked
How
that
much,
up.
how much are you willing to
In the
pay?
Chat, and I love to see this community grow.
10 more
Just
points.
Okay, yeah, the winner's mindset is it's like a Wicca for men, and it allows you to
Wicca?
Yeah, it's Wicca for men. Have we? Huh?
Yeah. What?
It's
Wicca?
Wicca for men.
What do you mean Wicca for men?
It's Wicca for men.
I don't. I know you keep saying it, but I don't. What do you mean Wicca for men?
Maggie's got it. The winner's mindset. Bread. Albert says, I can't believe how awesome Jambert sounds.
It's all we've been talking about.
We've been mourning. Oh, wow.
Bread.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear here at Birmingham New Street Station.
I hit one.
I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow.
The sound's really like I'm
strength
not that
to
bothered by
strength.
spiders, but I got scared by my own arm. Yeah, the sound is. Ugh. Okay, I think I've killed 2 of them now.
Bread.
An interesting request. I'll try to generate some anime-style monologues for you. Here are 4 possible examples. I can't believe it! This is the best shower gel ever! It feels so refreshing and soothing on my skin. The scent of the tea tree and mint is invigorating and relaxing at the same time. It makes me feel like I'm in a spa in the Nordic regions. Surrounded by snow and nature. I love it! No! You can't use that shower gel.
It's lovely seeing new faces in the chat.
Why is this happening?
Strength to show.
Why is this happening?
I'm sorry, this video doesn't take place in a train station,
Why is this happening?
such as Birmingham New Streets, Manchester Piccadilly, London Palace. But we all must face our disappointments.
Sorry, kid. Damn.
Lord Velamir's castle from its rightful owner, the Velamir dynasty. You, player, will you seek to rule the castle, or will you fall beneath? Oh, is that some text coming in? Very, very, very faintly, I can see a font on the demon. Yeah, here we go. Press 9.
Hi, thank you so much for triggering the welcome back. I love seeing your face in the chat, and I love seeing this community go from strength to strength.
Melly! I'm afraid there's only one thing for this. It's a mega cow.
Can we have some very long moves in the chat, please?
It's now dedicated to my mole at the start, which is nice.
That is nice.
Chapter 3. When I, a teen, wake up, the other side of the bed is cold. My hungry fingers stretch out, seeking Crim's warmth, but finding only the rough canvas cover of the mattress. She must have had bad dreams about the Hunger Games. Great opportunity here to elaborate.
completely. My brain is utterly fucked.
Moo, they like moo, yeah. Bread. They just like moo, yeah. They just like hearing moo. They just like hearing the word moo. Yeah, moo, that's good. Moo, that's good, yeah. They just like hearing the word moo, really. Yeah, they just like moo. Yeah, but that wasn't moo. Bread. Of November, we're not going to be saying egg anymore. We're going to be saying mug. Bread.
I'm as valid as they fucking come, mate. I can spin dash into a cloud.
Mr. Blake, I believe there may...
Bread.
Seem harmless for you.
A daddy with the long legs? No, thank you. I wouldn't want that in real life. 7 kills a chick bab and then claims that so I'd suck on a gun and give you a 12-gun salute right down my throat. Hello. Welcome. I hope you are feeling well. My name is Sean Morley and you are watching twitch.tv/Bread. Sean Moore. I am here. You are peering into my life. Why have you come here? Hello. Is everyone doing all right? I've been requested to resign. Maybe that'll be more visible over here.
I will shortly
There she
leave the
is.
job that it has been the honour of my life to hold, to have had the opportunity to serve.
No, she didn't finish what she was saying. Sean's grown his winter fur. Yeah, I suppose I have. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for tuning in. It is my birthday. There is, let me say, nothing I can do about that at this point. It's simply something we will have to grow to accept. I'm glad that you have tuned in. I am pleased and grateful for your company. Specifically, I would like to author some gratitude to, I think it's pronounced Yambud. A bonus small point to Mighty Fighty Shushbugs, if we can put that through again. The fantastic microprocessor Red Tickseed. The Undefined Art Gallery, that's also people. Calibrated Vision. Got Langiner. That was Rickard. The strong Fredo Del Frickles. The lovely Rabbit Rosanna 20007. The Verdant Shadow Adamantium. Duddeston, Aston, Gravelly Hill, Erdington, Chester Road, Wild Grit, the Oval Washed Null, Mr. Trousers. When they ask me if I have other interests, I say I have normal 84_Natalie. This stream is being watched by Darley Sam. Oh yeah, prove it. Oh fucking hell. It's Harry Hardy. The confounded Null, Crispin Fryer. I've met him and he's underwhelming. It's Grugra Smith, the glossy Albrot, Momo Christo, the Sodden Oak Neck Nil. The statistically irrelevant horse Redkia, that one's nice. The fresh coconut crab 24 Shaz, his nipples are extremely sexual. It's Albrot. Hey, can we stop being mean to Cat Boxman? The liquefied pantyhose Stacey JT, the littlest Josie Russell. The pubic whisperer BNM Bandit. the confounded, refreshing can of Dr. Clem, Big Papa Peter, the 22 times Dickhead, Bread Santa, the nautical tram, Andrew Banter III, the Whittle Baby Red, Hot Reef, the soggy Clell, Spiffin. And that's everyone. Thank you all for coming in. Can I just say, the reason the welcome to everyone works so well, it's a fantastic vocal warm-up exercise. Simply to get through it, I feel ready for the stream. I hope you all feel gratitudified and gratitude-laden. But what a great little wake-up call. It's like improv students playing Zip, Zap, Zop down the back of the Royal Mile. I have found a bunch of cat sounds. Want to hear them? And I'm thinking about replacing the... do you know when the mall points come out? I'm thinking about replacing them with this. I thought you might like hearing some cat sounds. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Check this out. They're good, aren't they? They're good sound effects. Horrid. So I've chopped those into 8 distinctive sounds. And I was thinking maybe they'd make a better sound for more points. These are Rudgle vocal samples for co-host voice. What do you mean by sample? Oh, as in like when they do that little... when they hop up a little bit so they can speak. I was thinking they could be good for more points. So I'm going to reset Sammy. And when the more points come in, it'll play these. It will play random collections of these sounds. I shit myself if I heard that in the night. Well, I wouldn't really. I mean, if I heard it sort of massive with a big reverb, like maybe if I were to pitch shift these down 5 semitones and add a little bit of reverb. Yeah, surround reverb. Let's do Gnome in My Dome. I don't know. I'm just attracted to the word gnome. I don't know what that's purporting to do. Bread. That's good. That is sound effects right there. That sounds fantastic. Oh, yeah, the spotlight animals. That is quite good, actually. Do you know, I could do that. I could pop that in for spotlight animals. Spotlight. So when a animal, that's a text parser that will pass what the animal's supposed to be saying. And currently, oh, do you know what? We've got 57 possible things for the animal RNG. So let's leave that as it is. But what I could do for the more points, but if people get a more point on entry, we could also do a little bit of text pitching. We can call it cat SFX, and we could do a pitch shift. Speed, sound effect change speed, and we'll say cat SFX, and we'll do a random RNG. And normally I find that it's good to do SFX RNG is between like 50 and 150. And so let's just see if that sounds good. Can everyone speak again? I'm going to reset everyone's more points. And now when you say hello, it should pop up. Might pop up on the bottom left now. So the... Is that better? It's a less electronic. Is that more approachable? Better than those kind of arcadey sounds? Yeah, exactly. it makes itself known, but it doesn't intrude upon your brain. Still think it's horrid. Well, Bread Santa, you love horrid things, don't you? You love mulch and being afraid. So you should enjoy this if it scares you. Bread. Okay, well, that'll just keep going because it's got you all to go through. How are we doing for more points at the moment? More point leaderboard. Okay, Bread has the most. I could increase the degree of pitch shift. To 10 to like 300. At the moment, it doesn't seem like it's pitch shifting. I wonder why. Is it deleting variables? No. No. Doesn't care about that at all. Oh, it's because I forgot to put this in. Now it will do another more point. Now we'll get some big pitch shifts. Here, have another more point. Doesn't seem like it's shifted too drastically. More point on entry. Cat SFX changes the speed by SFX RNG. Could just be we're not, just because it's random, it's not getting any of the I don't know. Doesn't sound like it's doing much, does it? Picking a random value between 1 and 300, and then we make a sound effect speed change. And that's the sound ID of this. Could move it underneath. Who knows? Have you saved the changes? Yeah, I always click save. I love clicking save. Clicking save is one of my favorite things to do. Who knows? Speaking of birthday admin, I've been thinking about the efficacy of more points and the purpose of more points.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear.
Nice to meet new user Harry Hardy. Maybe maybe pitch shift down to 10% of the original speed and pitch shift up to 3 times the speed isn't a lot. That's loads, my friend. Normally I do half speed up to 150%, and that is still very noticeable. My question is, should I, and this is a big question here, maybe even needs a mega poll. Should more points give people greater voting power in polls? Is there anything to be said for that? Either as something you can spend to get another vote, or that it subtly multiplies your vote slightly. No? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. That's pretty clear. Should richer people? Well, they're not richer, are they? They're not richer. You can be in the gutter, but still be absolutely rolling in more points. That's the joy of more points. They have no benefit. Okay, look. I did a plebiscite. I looked at the will of the people. The people say no. I say, okay. Okay, just spitballing. Just thinking out loud with my friends. On, I should remind you, the anniversary of a celebration of my life. Okay. Okay, these things happen. All right, let's see if this just works. Great. So I was thinking, as a nice relaxing Wednesday evening, why not subject myself to a wheel that just is a collection of things we've done in the past and enjoyed, plus taking a shot of frozen peas. And we'll just hang out. We'll do things we've enjoyed in the past. If anything else you think ought to be on this wheel, who's shooting the peas? Yeah, I'll be shooting the peas. No wheel, Sean. What do you mean? Yeah, we all have to do the peas. Have you got your own peas? Did you not bring your peas? It's my birthday. What does no wheel, Sean, mean? Maybe I shouldn't allow my brain to hang on single messages. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying the wheel hasn't shown up, but I felt like I was looking at it. Anything else belong on this wheel that's not here? Anything easily actionable that won't make me deliriously unhappy? Otherwise, I'll just crack on. I'll just crack on and we can hang out. Sonic remembered? No, I can't, because Ableton, in order to get a proper low latency Ableton, I need to move on to ASIO audio drivers, but this won't be on ASIO. Like, I have to start up. A music stream has to begin as a music stream with the right audio drivers activated. Otherwise, the audio routing will fall on its face, sadly. Velemir, I'm waiting on Velemir. Oh, in fact, can I give you some Velemir news? There was an update to the Castle Lord Velemir Steam page, and not only is it promising that Lord Velemir will be done by the end of the week, there's also a claim from the developer that their second game will come out in about a month's time. So 2 weeks left to finish off Castle Lord Velemir, and then that's done. Put a bow on it, and then their second ever game will come out about 2 weeks into November. So their second game is a action game driven by revenge. I'm not clear if they mean like in the story or they're doing it to get revenge. Maybe on me. Maybe it's a game where you have to go out and kill me. I'm Lord Velemir. Any update in their smoked meats? I think the smoked meats is well and truly in their past. I do think they put smoked meats in the dustbin of history, and only game development will sate their desire for creativity and acknowledgement on the world stage. Would you stream that? Yeah, I'm absolutely wedded to GM Hack, which is the name of the developer name of this person. Hello, Crispin Fryer. Elden Ring Great Western %. Do you think we should add that? I feel like I couldn't do it. Would you stream... what's that acronym? High Quality Sean Morley? If I go up, will I see 4 words that relate to that acronym? No, don't know what you mean. Would I stream High Quality Smoked Meats? Like, what do you mean? I guess my immediate question is, what do you mean by that? Like a mukbang of me having high quality smoked meats? I think I'd need some kind of expert to adjudicate. I don't know the quality of smoked meats. Someone comes up to me and says, these are the best smoked meats. I think I'd flail around. I think I'd flail and thrash. Gun. Can you add sucker gun driving stream? Yeah, sure. Waz, we'll add, what's that? Michael Gripe. Suck on a gun driving stream is the wording you've given me. So I guess I'll add that in exactly like that. All right, well, in the meantime, I'll just start driving a car around. Jalopy is very much a deep cut. This was like... Could this have been the first game I ever streamed? Okay, forwards. No. Backwards, left, right, crouch. Brake, accelerate, left, right, pick up, interact, that's fine. Drop. Item 1, item 2. Jalopy is one of the greatest games ever made. Please don't message me. Please don't DM me. By the way, on Albrot's behest, I have now instigated a !read command. If you want to see the contents of any randomizer category, you can do !read and then that category, and it will attempt to spit it out to you over a whisper. If anyone wants to test it and let me know if it works. Oh, fatal error. Okay. Well, it was working when I tested it. Let's see what the error is. Let's see what's gone wrong here. And enjoy your new more points. Just reconnecting to OBS. Fail error. Randomizer 2. Yeah, so that's the second randomizer. ID 527. Read, presumably. API response. The sender has sent too many messages, so it is working for some people. Okay, command line 10 was breaking for people. The repeat interval was based on size. So I guess... Oh. I guess the fix to that randomizer 2 read is that we just ensure wait until variable exists and the variable is size, and we'll let it wait for a good 10 seconds to time out. Because if it's taking too long to compile the size of something before it attempts to do that, the variable doesn't exist yet. So that should fix that. Enjoy seeing the interior of these things. Okay, is it working now? Do you want to test it now? Skip tutorial, we know what we're doing. Jalopy is a game about driving from Central to Eastern Europe. No. From driving from Germany, Berlin perhaps, to Istanbul? I must have changed the controls and then not clicked save. Yes, that's exactly what happened. Forwards, backwards, left, right, crouch. You won't accept enter as an input? Fine. I begrudgingly accept that. Brake, left, right, pick up, interact, item 1, item 2, accept, resume. Lovely. Oh, it's more sensitive than I remember. Stay alert. Okay, yeah. That means you can zoom in a little bit. And you have this car. If you're not familiar with the word jalopy, it just means an old banger. And you have to learn. That's Uncle Lufty. Should we give our journey another try today? This is the first time I've met you, mate. Take Uncle. Yep, in you go. Yes, more. Well, Albrot, do you remember when I first announced this in an announcement that I know you read because you reacted to it, and it requested that you please don't attempt to read Morphrase because it will rate limit me to the moon. Remember this? It's Lufty. Okay. So we have a limited amount of space in our car for like the essentials. Because this is a car maintenance game, and I'm delighted to announce, not my announcement, but the developer of this, Minsk Works, who also made Landlord Super, they are working on a new game. And I think it's about car maintenance in Japan, which frankly sounds great. It is more just keeping cars drivable and driving them around, which is a great genre. Pacific Drive tried to get a little look in, but I'm afraid Jalopy's the all-time classic. Jalopy's the GOAT. What does rate limited mean? Twitch's API is only going to allow a certain amount of messages and throughput to sort of protect the integrity of their bandwidth and servers. And so if a script or a machine of some kind is sending too many messages, it will say stop and then not allow any through from that source for not that long, but it still could be seconds and it might interfere with other scripts and processes. And that's that. If there's anything more things you think I should be on the wheel, let me know. For a donation or sub, we'll spin it and we'll change to whatever the wheel says. Otherwise, I'm perfectly happy transporting Lufty to wherever he needs to go. Does my car have the things it needs? Oh yeah, you need to, I think you need to open this. And then I think there's, is it this? This releases the bonnet? Yeah, great. So we have an air filter, we've got a carburetor, we've got a fuel tank, battery, water tank. Oh, thank you, Harry Hardy.
My brain is utterly fucked.
Welcome to the subscriber life spiffing, in which case we should spin the wheel. Video call Ben with no warning seems cruel. Maybe add doing Judith Butler to the wheel. What do you mean by doing? What would happen if that comes up? We'll add. What about a train game? Yeah, do you have one in mind? Should I go and seek one out? Okay, well, I'll add Judith Butler. No, I don't want to prank call people. It's my birthday and my relations, my relationships with people in the world should go undestroyed. Can I keep this? Can I keep this? Besite or Pro? Can we prank call Ike? I think Ike's ill. I think Ike's in hospital having his head chopped off. There's a way to swap. Oh. Can we prank call? Yeah, when Judith Butler comes up, we'll give her a little jingle jangle. That would please you. There's no jump in this, huh? There's no jump. Alright, I think we just got to set off. I can't fit anything else in the boot. It looks like there's a bit of space, right? It looks like you've got a little slice of space here, but you know what? You don't. So that's that. It's illusory. Something's broken here. Neither of those are in noun. Am I able to add something to the wheel for that sub? You can pitch things to me. I'm not going to give you carte blanche. Otherwise, you'll say, you know, peel your skin off, die on the spot. And then I'd be dead, wouldn't I? So I have to guard myself against the most obvious, the obvious dangers in my life. Lufty, how do I start a car? Oh yeah, key and ignition. Do I have that? Key. I need a key in the ignition. Oh, key in the ignition. Is that not a key? Use key. Is that not the key? Key in the ignition? Yeah, Minecraft is on the list. So, would you consider Warcraft to be separate from Minecraft? Oh, there we go. Key in the ignition. You need to select a route from the map. It should be in the pocket of the car door. Okay. Can you hear okay? Is the sound on the game coming through? Let's go route 3. Route 3 looks a lot better. It's shorter and it's sunny. Oh, but there's no petrol. Yeah, route 1 then. Nice. Where are we? Is this Germany? Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Germany. Goodbye. And now handbrake up and driving go. Drive is good. Or handbrake down then. Yeah, great. And can we get the radio on? Great. Now we're gaming. Now it's gaming. Oh, we're heading to Dresden. Great. Dresden is in West Germany, right? No, it's not. It's on East Germany. Is it? Okay, we'll be travelling the Autobahn for this first part. This should get you a chance to get to grips with the Leica. Great. There won't be a lip this time. I'm a lot older. I'm a lot better at gaming. Things will be fine this time. We're just going to be hanging out. Germany's right side traffic? Oh yeah, thank you. Current activity, Bellberg Rep Pin Clump. Who's written this? Albrot. So what am I supposed to make of that? This Germany music? Yeah, I think so. Oops, sorry. I'll just change the station over. Oh, is that off? On? Sorry, Lufty. Just Harry wants different music. How do I change the... I think we just got to accept that that's the music. We got a big tank coming up. That's nice. Going the wrong way in the Autobahn. Yeah, there's no traffic. Lufty. Oops, sorry. Hey, there's right-hand drive here, mate. They're not driving on the right. They should listen more to Rickard. Must provide a valid token. That's bad, isn't it? You don't want that from Nightbot. Okay, here we go. So the joy of this game is that there's no like UI heads up screen readout saying the car's broken. Something will be broken, but you'll only find out by getting out and inspecting the car. But since it's driving, I'm not going to do that, am I? That was a roundabout and I went the wrong way. Well, someone... You know what? I'll meet you halfway on that, Rickard. Someone was in the wrong. Someone made a mistake. And I don't think we need to go further than that because it will feel like, you know, finger pointing and just blaming for the sake of blame. Hello, I have other interests. Did I miss the P shot? No, there hasn't been a wheel spin yet. Maybe when we get to the next hotel, we'll spin the wheel. I've been requested to play a little bit of Jalop before I spin the wheel. Yeah, we'll be okay. Look at these beautiful trees. Lufty's happy. I'm happy. Are you happy? Look at the towns. Did you ever have that moment when you were maybe a teenager? Maybe coming out of proper childhood and into teenagerdom? When you properly realised everyone's got an inner life bigger than you could imagine. And so even just the combined inner lives of a small village is just more than the human mind can comprehend. You know, people like Neil deGrasse Tyson are trying to get you all hooked on.
Tipped £5. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Rekio. Happy birthday to you as well. All right, I'll do a spin in just a sec. Oh, I know I wasn't born there, but I found a belonging I've not experienced at any other time in my life. Being one of the people, like a family, all working together for each other. Where I'm from, that was uncommon. People like Neil deGrasse Tyson try to get you hooked on the idea that trying to think of the distance to Saturn or Betelgeuse. That's one of the most mind-bending things. But actually, try to imagine the inner lives of a small lower middle class family that live in a small commuter village. You can't, can you? Whereas you could think about a really long galactic distance if you just spent some time on it. But when you try to imagine the expansive nature of the inner lives of others, that will truly... Oh, excuse me, are you... It's right-hand drive here, mate. Bloody hell. Some absolute jokers on the road today. Some real Sunday drivers. Oh yeah, Lufty's talking about having to be forcibly relocated from, what is it, the DDR? Is that East Germany? Is Landlord Super on the wheel? No, but we can add it. Oh, Jesus. Do you want to add that, Harry? You want your sub to be that? A lot of smoke coming out of under the bonnet. All right. Shall I add it immediately? Let me find a straight. Okay, that looks straight to me. Okay. WAD, Landlord Super, and we'll get the wheel up. Landlord Super on there. WAD, Landlord Super. Wactivate birthday. Yeah, have you activated this? Wheel? Good. And now we're going to WAD Judith Butler. Have you been WADed? Where's Judith Butler then, if you've been WADed? WAD, wheel add, Judith Butler. Excuse me, buddy. You're supposed to be WADing. Let's look at this bloody wheel. Wheel's new. Sorry, everyone. The wheel's new. Add reward. Oh, I see. WAD. WAD was designed so clearly for Mall Fortress that it automatically adds to Mall Fortress. But that means I've added Judith Butler to Mall Fortress's wheel 4 times in a row. So I guess we'll have to worry about that on Friday. No, I think we could fix that. Or we could just do Judith Butler in Mall Fortress. I'm sure that... You know, I'm sure a lot of those dwarves perform gender. I think I saw some of the dwarves performing gender by the stonemason's hut. This is fixable, though. All you need to do is find something that tells you what our active wheel is. Yeah, how do you do that? How do I do that? Yeah, pull wildcard wheel. And then you should, don't know why you don't, you should have persistent variables, buddy. Buddy, why ain't you got local variable persist, thank you. And then all it needs to do to add a reward is it's going to look in this wheel and it's going to grab that wheel. So we'll pull wildcard. No, we don't pull wildcard. We're going to do get button variable and we'll just get wheel and we'll save that as wheel. And then when it's looking for what thing to affect, it should just affect the wheel called wheel. That should obviously have been done before. It's sort of daft that it weren't done that way already. Also, I couldn't find a command to pre-program colours, so here's my fix for getting random colours. I made 30 predefined colours. Oh! Gruguru has crashed it while I'm in the middle of doing something. So none of that's been saved. Let's find out why it crashed again during the read command. Oh. Oh. Let me look again at why read's not working and then I will fix. Randomizer 2, reconnect to OBS. Randomizer 2, read. Re-enable start code, command 911. Oh, it's where it was breaking before. Is there a break string in here? Yeah, but only for the nested re-enable. CSV Pissman's Folly does not exist, but nice try. There is, in fact, here's a command that does work. But if you want to find... Oh, you're still trying to crash it while I'm trying to fix it, eh? You're still, like, actively engaging with the command that you know is crashing it while I'm trying to get things fixed. Well, happy birthday, I suppose. Yeah, I guess it should check if what you are asking for doesn't exist. So it should probably say, like, if the size, if statement, and if size returns something, and -1 is what it uses when, like, -1 is its code for undefined. So if it does return something and that return is undefined, so try again. Maybe that'll fix it. But I think as well... What's test check premium? It's just an alert message that says hi. Why did I make this? Wheel? Please go away, Wheel. Okay, tell me if it's working now. But I'm sure if you tax it, it'll just break. So within reason, I suppose. Okay, let me go back to fixing the wheel, because I was halfway through and it crashed. Okay, so let's just go back to what I was doing. Activate the wheel, 669. Buttons, get button variable, button ID, wheel, and then I have to copy this out 30 times because there was no way of generating a random color, so that my best option was to pre-define 30 colors and then just run a numerical RNG how all of those numbers correspond to a different color. It's not pretty, it's not elegant, not what I wanted to do. But there isn't a random color feature, fortunately. Okay, I probably have to do that for remove as well. Oh, I don't. Great. Well, I do a little bit. Okay. So, in theory, I need to activate a wheel called B-Day, and then I can WAD Judith Butler, because it's going to pass those to the right. No? WAD Judith Butler? No? What are you wadding them to? Oh, because I didn't get to save my changes. This didn't save as having persistent variables, so let's try again. Hello, Ava.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear here at Birmingham New Street Station. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
It's not wadding Judith Butler. Judith? The wheel is called B-Day. Uh-huh. And so you should be able to add that to a wheel called B-Day. Maybe I put a capital B in. And then I can WAD Judith Butler. Yeah, there we go. We'll remove B-Day. Thanks. Oh, but I never added Judith Butler. I added B-Day. And then Judith Butler's in there at 1%. Why is that the case? Well, there's a 1% chance of Judith Butler. And there's also WAD. What was I doing? What was next? Landlord Super, but that's going to come in at 1%, I bet. %. All right, well, okay, there's not a huge amount of chance of Judith Butler. I don't understand why. Is one of these typoed to be 1? No, don't understand it myself. Okay, and then a wheel spin. We're going to spin because Red Coyote has tips. Okay, we're going to watch some Trek Trendy. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations to all the Trek heads. Can you still hear the car stalling? Would you prefer not to hear that, or do you think that's lovely? What is Trek Trendy? Oh, have we got a treat for you? Let me just... I can't turn the audio down. We just have to hear the car stalling. No, I need to overcome that somehow. Options. Oh, how about we turn the engine off? And then let's get somewhere quiet. Let me out. Yeah, let me out. Let's just get away from these cars, you know? What's this? Oh, wheel down. What's that? Yeah, that's relatively quiet. Okay, let's move on. Trek Trendy. You're going to love it. Put in the chat if you think Josie Russell's going to love Trek Trendy.
Today, I'm riding this...
Trek Trendy is my favourite slice from the absolute sludge-filled bottom of travel tourism YouTube. And in fact, I'll even let you choose what Trek Trendy will watch. There's First Class on World's Only 7-star sleeper train, 72 hours on ultra-luxury cruise in the best suite, First Class on America's worst cruise. The guy loves steak. He loves his Tims. He loves having a caffeine shot. He only eats Wagyu beef steak. No, I'm the guy who voices British Sonic. What's the best one? I don't know. I mean, they're all the same. Can't you tell from the thumbnails not to expect a huge amount of difference between these? You can't just part the kimono like that. Is that a phrase, or is that a thumbnail that I can't currently see? He always wears a NASA shirt. A lot of what he wears is NASA branded, and his favourite shirt's like a NASA sweatshirt. Let's just enjoy him enjoying...
Today, I'm going first class on the world's only 7-star sleeper train, with just 20 passengers on board and tickets so exclusive you have to enter a lottery just to purchase. I'll give you a never-before-seen insight into exactly what it's like to live on this train, from the most luxurious suite to the food you get in the restaurant cars, and of course the culture. With that, let's pick up our story in Japan at 9 AM.
At 9 AM.
Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. You join me here at the Ritz-Carlton, where we're going to begin our journey over on the 7 Stars train. So without any more to say, let's head down to the lobby and go and get our transfer over to the railway station.
We're met warmly by one of the train staff, who shows us over to our taxi. Our transfer will take approximately 10 minutes over to Hakata railway station. In the meantime, I'm presented with my ticket in a beautifully bound 7 Stars folio. The excitement is building, and rightly so. This is Japan's most luxurious train, and is so special as the odds to win the lottery to purchase a ticket stand at less than 1%. Welcome to Hakata Station, the large...
He loves, I don't know how intentional it always is. Sorry if you can still hear traffic passing. I'm on the Autobahn. But he loves showing off his shoes. I mean...
and busiest in Kyushu. Though you wouldn't think it, given our private entrance to the station, and indeed exclusive lounge, specially for the 7 Stars train. Let's head inside and complete the check-in formalities. I'm greeted by soothing notes of the grand piano, along with...
I'm greeted by soothing notes of the grand piano. Buddy, have you ever seen a grand piano?
I'm greeted by soothing notes of the grand piano.
This is smaller than a baby grand. Maybe it is a baby grand. But, like, a grand piano is huge.
Piano, along with...
There's something very, like... If there's one thing, especially in Britain, Europe, if there's one thing that's more detestable than the actual aristocracy, it's the pretenders. It's the pretendy people who love opulence. They love the idea that someone's playing piano, but they're not really interested. Like, they're not like, oh, classical music. I grew up with classical music and I have an interest in it. No, they like the sort of the attached, opulent romance vibe that someone's playing something, but they don't know what it is or anything about it. They don't really. That's not important to it. It's just that posh people have this in the corner of a room.
The refreshment in form of Japanese sparkling rosé. Time to head over to our reserved table in the corner. Now to have my ticket checked and stamped by the conductor.
This isn't my MacMaster. This isn't my MacMaster. All my MacMasters I keep private because you would bully them. I keep my MacMasters, and this is just a little precious sluice of the perfectly safe to hate.
Oh, and raise a toast to our departure. I guess it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Next,
we're escorted down to the platform.
The platform
Not before getting...
just isn't. There's no way. You know, everyone's got a radio voice. Lots of people used to have a telephone voice. There's just no way he talks like that day to day. Somehow he's sort of Skinner boxed himself into thinking this is the way to talk.
An obligatory photo on the red carpet. We only have a few moments to wait on the platform, and as you can see, there's never a quiet moment at Hakata Station.
Hate watch is the wrong word. I think Harry truly hate watches. I like watching stuff that I find differently palatable with the detached curiosity of a jaded anthropologist. I don't despise my subjects. I find them curious. I look at them through the dirty glass of a bell jar and I think, how interesting.
Here she is, the Kyushu 7-star sleeper train, which cost a whopping 3 billion yen to build.
A whopping 3 billion yen to build. What's that in the currency that the
With no
viewers
time
of this
to
channel
waste,
will be
let's get
familiar
on
with?
board. Nothing can quite prepare you for this. It's a beautiful symphony of old and new, along with the smell of rich rosewood as I walk to my suite 701.
Can I only hate watch? Am I incapable of viewing people in that way? No, I don't think you're incapable of it. I've just seen the way that you... I've seen the way that it pans out when the MacMaster's on. I think that's just not how it shakes out. I think you despise your subject.
Departure, as you'd expect in Japan, is to the second, and on
Being
the strike
honked
of
at. Do you think
11
I've backed
AM,
up?
we begin
Well,
to roll out of the station.
Only the wheel can send me back.
Our journey will take a total of 3 days, but for the first section of our trip, we'll
Right,
be
that'll
heading
be Finn.
eastbound to Yufuin, before continuing on to the mountainous region of Asal, home to some of the world's largest active volcanoes. But for now,
I don't think
let's
they'll flip it
explore
off.
our
I think they'll
suite.
wave in.
I've mentioned this is only bookable by winning a lottery, though I of course
15
found a way
million.
around this, of which I'll share in just a moment.
So welcome on board the 7 Stars train. And
That's
you've
his
probably
dad.
seen him in the background. Welcome back to the channel, Dad.
Hang on. What an interesting choice of sentence.
7 Stars train, and you've probably seen him in the background.
You've probably seen him in the background. is this the foreground? Here's the foreground here. And obviously because he's the subject. And so behind him here, this is the background.
Welcome back to the channel, Dad.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. This is fantastic.
This is quite hard to put into words, isn't it?
Yeah, but we'll try.
Yes, let's have a proper look around our new home.
Taking up
Let's see
half
him
a
trying to
carriage
put
and
this into
uniquely the
words.
full width of the train, Suite 701 is quite unlike anything I've ever stayed in before. But what truly sets this apart is the huge rear window. For now, the locomotive is attached, but this will swap to the other side of the train tomorrow, giving us uninterrupted views of the Japanese.
I like how he's like, we can't put this room into words. And so they don't try, and they just talk about the route. They talk about the carriage exterior.
Countryside. There's also a firm but comfy sofa, a writing
we go.
desk boasting AC controls, and a phone which is available 24/7 for anything you should need. Oh, and there's also a small complimentary minibar. Bedroom-wise, there's 2 twin beds the other side of our suite, which also feature AC along with lighting controls. Naturally, you'll find your ensuite bathroom just down your private corridor, which is most spacious and closer to what you get in a luxury hotel. There's of course a Japanese toilet,
Happy birthday, Rosanna.
beautifully handcrafted sink, and a huge shower.
Bedroom-wise is great, yeah.
We've just been notified
Bedroom-wise,
of
we have a
lunch, which also
bedroom
gives
with
us a
beds
chance to
in it.
explore more of this magnificent train. Let's start with the dining cars. Welcome to Jupiter. I suppose this is more of a lounge space for pre-dinner drinks and to meet fellow passengers.
Kitchen-wise, we have a fridge and a sink.
But it also includes a special tea room, where we have a scheduled tea ceremony tomorrow. The other unique aspect is the open kitchen, where you're able to meet the chefs before you dine. For each meal there are new chefs from different parts of Kyushu. This brings us on to the main dining car, named Blue Moon. Just judging by the entrance, it's most impressive. We're warmly welcomed by the staff as we get first look at this extraordinary carriage. Today we're sitting right at the very back of the train, by the spectacular full-sized window, of which Dad insists I take the window-facing seat. Menu-wise, we're straight in with a Japanese set.
This is the thing I like about him. He hasn't done like many real like. A lot of the people that are drawn to this kind of content creation are not very interested in like the prose that they're writing to sell the story. You get the impression that they do a lot of lifting directly from brochures, from the emails that PR agents sent to them in order to get them on the vehicle in the first place, and so.
Take the back of the
This
train
sentence.
by the spectacular full-sized window, of which Dad insists I take the window-facing seat.
The spectacular full-sized window of which Dad insists I take the window-facing seat. It's just the moment a sentence it hits. I think for everyone, when they start a sentence that ends up getting a bit too long, they can get a bit muddled. But that's mostly when you're speaking out loud and therefore sort of improvising. There's terminal velocity that this guy can hit, where the sentence will collapse under its own grammar, and it's shorter than it should be, considering that this is like a full-time job.
Menu-wise, we're straight in with a Japanese set meal, which expectedly is seafood.
Is there any way to stop jalopy beeping? Yes. Are we being strict about whether I can change activities without a wheel spin? I can try and... I'll have to move my car to the other side of the road. I think that will sort it. Pop this down. I don't know what it is. Sorry, everyone, if you think this is against the spirit of the wheel, but it is beeping an awful lot. Let me just... Is there a hard shoulder or something? I'm just going to try and pull over against this divider here. Okay. Pull over? Okay, good. Oh, we are not got a lot of fuel. And then I think if I get out... I don't know. I just don't know how to get away from the cars. If someone wants to wheel spin so I can play jalopy properly, we'd have a chance at actually getting into a hotel. But
biased. There's also an extensive included
can I
drinks
do?
menu with a lovely looking Charles Heinsick standing out to us both.
they got rid of hard shoulders. What, in like 1990s? What's this? This is
As
like
we glide gently
1989.
through Kyushu, our first dish
East
is
Germany.
served. The sesame tofu.
Happy
Next
birthday,
up, we have the
Imperial.
conger eel in a bowl. Now for the somen noodles with eggplant.
Imagine waving at all the posh people on the train that goes through your village. Why are you not, you know,
To close,
why
we
are you
have the
not
melon
doing
vanilla
sabotage?
sherbet sorbet with a champagne jelly. Lunch was tasty, but for sure a little different to what I'm used to. And that's the
Lunch was tasty, but also it was foreign.
excitement when travelling in Japan,
Lunch was really yummy, but it wasn't from my country.
and indeed travel in general.
Yeah, I feel that way as well, Joes. Even when you go down to places where you think you should see people vlogging. I mean, I've probably seen people taking selfies at, like, I don't know, Buckingham Palace or whatever. But you would have thought you'd see more people, like, talking into cameras. How many people here have actually seen people walking around talking into cameras, like, making content? I don't think I've ever seen it. Like, I've never seen some people filming a sketch out on the street. I've never seen some people sort of IRL live streaming at the shops. I've never seen someone, like, reviewing a food place I was in. But it must be happening en masse, so where is it? Crispin's never seen it. Mighty's seen a horse. Rosanna hasn't. I saw someone vlogging out of a bus stop in Dundee. Do you have any clues that could help us find this vlog? From now on, here's an open promise. If you see someone vlogging in your vicinity or your community, I am happy to use the powers of this community to find their vlog and then we can watch it. More than happy. That's like an extension of the Rate My Take a Walk ethos.
The Seven
Keywords
Stars
bus
train
stop
is one of
Dundee.
3 within Japan which are accessible by lottery application. The other
Yeah, we do actually know a lot of Scottish bus YouTubers, but I think it's quite a large category. There's no
others are
guarantee.
the
Was he old? Did he have grey hair? How old were they? If they're of a certain age, me and Jan might know.
Twilight
they are.
Express operating in Sanyo, and the Shikishima from Tokyo, both of which are
Yeah, it might be him. Did he have grey hair? If he had grey hair, we genuinely might know who he is. It was a pretty young lady. That's all I've got. We don't know anyone who vlogs the Megabus who's a pretty young lady. We just know grizzled old
and
men.
after years of lottery applications, I've managed to secure bookings on for next year. Meanwhile, on board the
The
Seven
next
Stars,
year.
we're about to come to our first stop of the trip.
Choose.
Well, afternoon from a slightly rainy Yuffin, I think it's called. We have got an excursion. Yeah. It's warm but wet.
Thankfully, the team are on hand to distribute umbrellas for our excursion off.
I think it takes a special kind of guy to go to anywhere in East Asia for travel vlogging purposes and still, despite them being like clearly like modernized, completely westernized economies, your cultural touchstone is still to play like a koto and still to play like a little shamisen, old plucked string instruments. Like, I don't know. It would be like, well, maybe people still would for places in Europe. Maybe people still would be like, I'm going to France and play an accordion, or I'm going to go to Dublin and play like a harp and a little tin whistle or something. It just feels very strange.
Train. But the question remains, why have we stopped here? Well, it's a popular resort town known for its hot springs and of course the twin...
Adamantium, do you think Big League's going to get on the Lunchables? Do you think he's going to do a live Lunchables review? I would love for Kay to make some Lunchables.
Peaked Mount Yufu, which is an active volcano. our guides take us on a short walk across town to a traditional Japanese inn known as a ryokan. It's here we're invited to relax and enjoy refreshment whilst...
Oh, this is boring. Let's watch him go on America's Worst Cruise. That
Today,
is an
I'm going
enticing.
first class on America's worst cruise for 48 hours, from Florida to the Bahamas. I'll show you exactly what it's like on board, from the best suite.
Do you know what? I'm plugged into CruiseTube enough to know about the Margaritaville cruises.
With, broken hot tub, fine dining in the restaurants, and of course the various facilities on board. It's not all plain sailing though, with drama as soon as we leave port.
But there's some drama.
With my ticket
That's
costs
funny.
running
That is
into the
actually
thousands of...
funny. That is actually funny to be like, okay, we're going on a cheaper than normal cruise. It scrapes its hull across the moorings.
dollars. Join me in Florida as I review
Yeah, he has. In fact, I've seen him comment upon the fact that people comment upon the fact that he only eats Wagyu beef. That is the only thing he eats. And whenever he likes a coffee, he likes Wagyu beef. He refers to coffee as a caffeine hit. He also loves Diet Coke. And whenever he doesn't have Wagyu beef, which he explicitly says he does so from under pressure of commenters who want to know, like, more about the food than if they just do a good Wagyu beef steak. It's no good you going on a 5-day journey and getting you the same meal each time as a reviewer, which I think is a fair enough criticism. He will eat other foods, but sort of say it wasn't for him. He doesn't really like it.
Margaritaville at sea.
Well, hello there and welcome back to the channel. You join me here in the sunny Fort Lauderdale, where we're going to catch our transfer over to the cruise.
Did I leave the engine running? I don't think so. No, I didn't. Can I do the radio? Oh, I shouldn't be able to do that, should I? It doesn't sound like it's my engine. I think it's passing cars. I think it's just nearby cars. What's the engine sound? I'm on the flipping Autobahn, aren't I? It'll just be. It's where you hear cars. It's where cars come to travel. Where cars come and go.
Terminal.
Our
Is he
cruise
dead? No, he's
departs
just
from the port
patient.
of Palm Beach, about 50 miles north of Fort Lauderdale. It's likely a cruise terminal you're not overly familiar with, because, well, Margaritaville is the only line operating from here. Upon arrival, we'll first need to get our luggage checked, essentially making
Mum and
sure
Dad
the
on this
tags
one.
we've attached to our bags are correct.
Mum, Dad, do you want to come with me on the worst cruise in America?
Around 10 minutes of queuing later, we're approved to head over into the main terminal building. You'll note we still have our bags, and this is because we're required to drop these off ourselves after security. And finally to jettison our heavy suitcases. Now to head up to check-in. It's super busy up here, but in order to make this a first class experience, I've paid extra for expedited check-in. Sure enough, we're directed over to the express check-in area, though the...
So when he says he's doing first class, has he clicked a button and chosen a price option somewhere called first class? Or is he giving himself loads of optional extras and upgrades, which he is then sort of calling first class himself?
The entire space is hectic with multiple employees barking orders at you. So what formalities need sorting? We'll need to provide our passports, cruise tickets and onward travel plans.
Mike, are you willing to tell me more about this story, please? Are you willing to talk at length about this?
A few minutes later, we're directed over to what I like to call the upsell section, where you're encouraged to buy a drinks package or shore excursions before boarding. However, we have a VIP lounge invite because of the cabin I've booked. In reality, it's a function room with filter coffee, so nothing really to hang about in. Let's waste no more time and go and get on board.
What do I want to know? I accidentally got tricked into getting trapped on an overstuffed cat run with a bunch of Russians who did a surprise phone party during a pandemic. I guess let's line up some questions here. What questions do you have for Mighty? about their experience. But if we get any in, then we'll bring you in.
Coming in at 720.
Yeah, if this fills up with some questions.
1/3 in length, Margaritaville at Sea Paradise wasn't always adorned in palm trees and parrots. Its history is a little complicated. Starting life in 1991, she was originally built for Costa Cruises at a cost of $316 million.
Okay. Would you be willing to come into the night hole, matey? Hello, reception. I've got a little night hole up for you. We've got a lot of questions. We've got too many, actually. Okay, the night hole is open whenever you're ready. Do you think we do? I think we've maybe gone beyond what we need. I think we have an excess.
Hiya.
Hello. Let me check everyone can hear you. Can you say something else?
Hello.
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear. So do you just want to set the scene for us a bit?
Well, so, how much detail do you want me to set? Because I don't want to...
4 sentences.
I don't want to preempt anyone's question.
Just 4 single clause sentences of just scene setting, and then we'll go into questions.
Okay. It was winter during the height of the pandemic, I think.
Mm-hmm. That was 2 clauses in that first sentence, I think.
Okay, if you can keep count.
I am.
How much do I have left?
So call that 1 sentence.
Okay. Big trapped on a big scary death boat.
Yeah, that's all a sentence fragment because it didn't have an object, a verb, and a subject. But I'll count that as our second.
Yeah, you've got in my head too much. I'm thinking about.
Sorry, I thought this would help simplify things for you.
No, too many rules to think of, rather than just off the cuff. Yeah, big scary foam party on a catamaran that I got tricked into going on to during, a contagious airborne pandemic, which didn't feel great.
And how foamy was this foam?
It was. Have you ever been to a foam party?
Yeah, I think once, but I just stood near the corners and I didn't go near the foam. I was suspicious of the foam.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's the sensible reaction. It was so foamy, but imagine the setting for this is a location that doesn't have corners, so there is no escape.
Yeah, the corners is just falling into the sea.
Yeah, the corner is end of map.
And a catamaran itself is not a big kind of boat, right? It's like you've got the floor space of a average to small room. It's not like a big dance floor.
Yeah, no, it's like kind of maybe the floor space of like an average kitchen, maybe in the UK.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, so you're already kind of crammed in, regardless of the foam.
Yeah, and this had been almost certainly oversubscribed.
Yeah. Okay. So did you get a taste of this foam? Did any of the foam go in your mouth? Did you get the flavour?
I didn't taste any foam. The catamaran had like these bench seats around the edge, So I'd kind of positioned myself as far away as possible. I think I was maybe the only English-speaking person on this boat at the time.
Okay.
And so there was this kind of large Russian man who sat next to me wearing tiny short shorts, and he kept like scooting up, and he didn't speak really any English, and I don't speak any Russian. And despite me giving all the kind of non-verbal cues to be like, I'm just gonna disassociate now and not engage with this, he kept trying to like strike up conversation with me, which is difficult if neither of you speak each other's language, and one of the two participants doesn't want to participate.
Where in the world is this happening? Sorry if you've already said. Well, where are we?
So I was on. I was sent on a work trip to Turkey. So I had to, as soon as kind of the some of the travel restrictions started to lighten slightly, but were still associated with work-based things. We were looking at doing some transit work with potentially Istanbul, but this was on a coastal resort just outside of Turkey, just outside of Istanbul.
And did the phone party have a relationship to work, or was this a social occasion that you'd somehow just ended up in the middle of?
So I wasn't happy about this trip. I didn't want to go because it didn't feel like an appropriate thing to be doing during a global pandemic. And it felt like the travel that was kind of super unnecessary. But when we were kind of we were doing lots of redundancies at work at times. So there was lots of pressure to kind of go along with mad things that got suggested out of kind of a survival instinct.
Get COVID to keep job.
Yeah, well, so I ended up getting like shipped off to Turkey to do this transit system research thing that I didn't want to do. And I think in a like mad move to like cheer me up, work had like put on a bunch of curated activities. So they were like, "Oh, we're gonna send you on this nice like boat tour of some like caves or whatever, you know, like a touristy type thing." I think to try and cheer me up. But whoever had put this boat tour together had clearly like missold what it was, because it was essentially just a big phone party.
Okay, so work sent you on this phone party to cheer you up because you were unhappy that you had, out of economic survival instincts, found yourself in Istanbul during a pandemic, which you felt was an irresponsible position to be in.
Yeah,
and then you got
absolutely.
sent to a phone party to kind of lift your spirits from that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And also,
but did you get offered any cake?
I didn't get offered any cake, no. I don't know if like the physical experience of being at a phone party while it's happening and not wanting to be there, but also not wanting to be there out of not just a moral duty, but also kind of thinking, this is how I die. This is because I'd been quite like fastidious with contact and isolation and all those sorts of things. So to kind of, after a year of that, to then go, I'm gonna catch a virus that kills me at a phone party that I don't want to be at.
Bread.
And then, but to then sit in that feeling for like 4 or so hours is wild.
What was the... Do you know of the survival rate?
do I know of the survival rate of that specific?
Well, it's question number 17 on this list.
I mean, I survived, so I've got my own bias, but I'm not in touch with anyone from the phone party, and I'm not,
Yeah, you'd have no way of knowing her.
No, I guess maybe I could like dig out some emails and try and get some stats from the tour operator.
Yeah, but that wouldn't come back this evening, so I wouldn't go to the trouble.
Yeah.
Did you have a favourite Russian?
I mean, the guy in the short sat next to me was like well intentioned, and I could see his heart was in a nice place, because he was clearly trying to just like spark up social interaction with this kind of anxiety riddled Brit sat perched on the edge of a catamaran at what ostensibly is meant to be like a happy time. So he was,
Is it fair to say you looked sad?
I didn't look sad, I looked baffled and terrified.
Which is probably worse, right?
Because also, you know, when you're in a mad situation and you kind of start to see yourself through a kind of third person camera in that situation.
Yeah, disassociating.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the picture of this happening to me while like there's a load of like bikini clad women throwing foam at each other, and it kind of the foam misses the person she's chucked it at and kind of hits me square in the face. Like the idea of that as a visual, while everyone is clearly having a lovely time on this ship, and there's just me kind of terrified and not wanting to be there.
Yeah, and your very presence in a really confined space, you know, must necessarily be harshing the vibe of some people who just would otherwise really enjoy a phone party.
Exactly.
Can a mod do infinite referendum end? Because I think we've got the length and breadth of this. Unless there's any other details that we haven't eked out, do you think, Mighty?
No, it was terrifying and feels like something that was like from the script of a sitcom or something, rather than an actual situation. But yeah.
Oh, you think this, because it sounded a bit sad and maybe a bit distressing, but you think it could maybe fly on a episode of Friends, do you? Something like this? It wasn't
Well, I
so
mean,
bad.
Comedy and tragedy are bedfellows, right? So.
Yeah, but and I guess time has passed, so it's time to laugh. You know, it's time to learn to laugh again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a pandemic on laughter yet.
Yeah, not yet. You're still allowed to laugh.
These days.
Then, in fact, let's turn to lighter subjects. Mighty, do you know what pogging is?
Pogging?
Yeah.
No.
You don't know what pogging is?
Is it to do with the plastic discs?
It's nothing to do with it, no. Anyone in the chat know what pogging is?
Is it not safe for work?
It's perfectly safe for work, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's not
You could pog at work.
No, I don't think I've ever knowingly pogged.
Reception knows. Anyone else know? Josie Russell might know. Anyone else know what pogging is?
Can you give me a clue?
You could do it at work. I thought that was quite a big clue. Do it at work. Probably not even get in trouble.
But I can do a phone party in a pandemic at work, so that doesn't narrow things down.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You can spread an actually lethal virus at work. I have other interests, knows. Fluff Weasel says, does it involve a bouncy toy device? Hang on, let me park this car properly. Uncle Lufty's having a difficult time.
Where have you heard of pogging?
Just online, just on the URLs. I'm sure you know all about URLs.
Yeah. 4chan.
Could you make a noise you would make if you saw someone pogging? If I saw someone pogging, the noise I would make if I saw someone pogging is very similar to the noise that I would make if I was pogging. Does that help? Is that a good clue?
I think it's only a good clue if you know what pogging means.
Okay.
Germbud tipped £3. I want to see the peas grounded.
Okay, we're going to spin the wheel in just a second, but I just want to show off what pogging is first, just so we can all be clear on it. I'll show you a picture of some pogging. The people want to know. Their curiosity must be sated. Pogging is this expression. It's when you look to the camera and do a big kind of YouTubeable, like open-mouthed...
Like a...
Have you ever seen the image of like pogging pointing into the background? Like, I think this also has a kind of overlook. This is pogging. If you've ever seen these two guys, that's pogging. This is liquid pogging right here. That expression is pogging.
Mm.
So you do pogging when something is poggers. Kind of, yeah. I think maybe pog face started it, and so pogging is a verb that came out of the pog face. But now you simply can pog. Like if I saw those nuggets and did that, I'd pogged.
What's that amazing invention? Just one photo.
No. No, I don't think that was pogging.
Okay.
This is pogging.
Yeah, because in that version of pogging, the noise of the viewer and the participant are very different. Whereas this pogging, the noise of the viewer and the participant are the same.
The original was a face a guy named PogChamp made and became a global Twitcher mate. Yeah. But I don't think that pogging, the face of just going and looking like... Pogging is just very performative gasping, as far as I understand.
It feels like the outcome of having to boil down like knock off the sharp corners of and subtleties of communication, so that things can be communicated in a thumbnail. Right? It feels like the outcome of that.
Yeah, like with the same kind of blunt impact approach that someone at some point used to turn the arrangement of colors into the world into just 3 primary colors and go, these are the basic colors and everything else is more complicated. That same thing's been done with emotion, where there's only 3 kinds of emotion. There's like gasp, angry, sad.
And
what's
you
the
reckon
relationship
someone-
between pogging and soy face? Well, I'm not 100. I think soy face. God, am I going to search?
That sounds derogatory, right?
Soy face is like, hang on, let's see if it's safe to. Okay, it's bringing up cosmetics. Yeah, so soy face. I thought would. This is soy face. This is what people describe as soy face. It's not. It's very similar. I can understand there seeming to be an overlap between this, and this, but there's a subtle difference. Soy face is just like, I'm doing a big expression because I'm happy with my friends and I'm part of something which is explicitly and diegetically a posed photograph. And I go, whereas soy face is YouTube, more YouTube thumbnail, and more being like, look at this. Mr. Beast said what? Pogging is about something else. And soy face is about yourself.
I don't think I've understood what pogging is then, because I would have had those definitions the other way around.
No, so soy face is the big expression that a lot of sort of anxious millennials do to have a photograph taken and show exuberance. And soy face is a reaction pose Sorry, have I got the other way around? This is soy face, which is what you do when you're an anxious millennial and your photograph is being taken,
Red.
and you just make your features all big and do a very big, over-exaggerated smile. And pogging is when you want to, pogging is not something that people really do. It's like a thumbnail thing, right? It's like these nuggets guy. But then I think kids seeing pogging take those same kind of images because now it's a cultural meme, right? It's a cultural unit of what you can do with your face.
Pogging feels like it has a monetizable outcome, right? Like click this, look at this, check this out. Whereas I feel like maybe soy face feels like it's more of a defensive mechanism to never have to demonstrate authenticity or anything that might be slightly cringe, so you over exaggerate to use that as a mask.
Give this guy a more point. That is bang on. Soy face lives in Facebook photo albums, whereas pogging lives
Harry
in
Hardy tips
YouTube
£3.
thumbnails.
Let's spin
Like,
that wheel.
It's clickable, content farmable. All right, it's time to spin the wheel. We spent too long on soy face and pogging, and we should have spent 0 hours on it. All right, spin. Okay, so our possibilities are Landlord Super, Judith Butler, Shot of Frozen Peas, Trek Trendy. We return to Trek Trendy, Hansard Mania, Minecraft, Meme Machine, Jalopy. Was there something else supposed to be on there? Sure, I hope not. Okay, well, load up Minecraft on top of this, I suppose.
Can I learn a bit more about your pea setup? So have you got like a shot glass of frozen peas locked and ready to go?
I feel like I don't need to explain my peas ahead of
Okay.
time. Do you know? Does that feel fair to say?
Don't want to.
No one needs to explain their peas ahead of time. I'll discuss my peas if it becomes unavoidable.
Okay.
Is that fair, or am I being a bit of a diva here?
Well, I don't know what the peas entail. So your instinct to conceal the peas might be the right call in terms of like the dramatic reveal moment. But only you know that.
It's hard to know. It's hard to know when you're trying to make a big deal out of peas. Do people demand to see the peas, do they? All right. Oh, yeah. I'm just loading up Minecraft. All I think is if I can just get in, then I fulfilled one wheel spin. Is this my login account? God, I always have trouble logging into Minecraft. Is this me? What's my email? This. What's my password? Is it this? Okay, we're in. Are we in? Oh God, okay. They just did a Minecraft update, didn't they? There's a tree monster now. There's a guy who's a tree.
I don't know. Talking about pogging in Minecraft,
Pogging in Minecraft is a very normal Twitch discussion, I'm afraid. That's a very normal discussion to have.
Well, I spend too much of my life on Twitch, and this is the first time hearing of it.
You're on Twitch all the time. Are you never talking about pogging in Minecraft?
Never.
It's what they all talk. You need to get out of your bubble. There's more channels on here than me and Pete. There's people out there, thousands of them, and they're all talking about pogging on Minecraft.
The last time I was out my bubble, I got tricked into getting on a boat that turned into a foam party.
Yeah, that time you went into too many other bubbles, hey?
Yeah, from one
Hello?
bubble to...
Just call this poggers. Game mode hardcore sounds good. Create new world. Just let
Did you
this
see
generate.
when Harry made a giant phallus in Minecraft that once?
I mean, you'll have to narrow that down.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think I've seen several dozen phalluses constructed by Harry Hardy. Hey chat, here we are in a brand new Minecraft hardcore world. How long can I survive? Hang on, where is it? All right, now we go back and we spin the wheel.
I think it like spat out spider webs. The one I'm thinking of.
Okay, it's Meme Machine time. Let me just load up Photoshop. So what do we want on this meme? Mighty, do you have any ideas? Any starting positions?
What? So thinking back to your most powerful, successful memes, what are the common variables from those? Obviously, this needs to feature you pogging, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I have other interests, as pointed out, that I do owe a good Peter Pobot, so I could also make good on that
What's a Pobot?
long-standing debt. This is we'll start there. I have other interests. Could you define a Pobot for us, please? Hello,
Pog
Maggie.
pot. That's good. Happy birthday, Maggie.
A Pobot is a Bobot with Pete's face on it. Okay, can anyone grab me a picture of Pete's face? In the meantime, I'll just...
What's a Bobot?
I just need to... hang on. I'm going to pick up my clipping tool. And I need to make a really good Pog face to make a Pogbot. And I'm just going to point in the background like that. Okay. So, I mean, I think... I think that's a good starting position.
Ideal.
I really like how I couldn't keep my fingers straight with the arm, so it goes off a different direction to the arm. Oh God, this is horrible! What a horrible
Feels
image.
like a medical mystery.
Yeah, I'll do a quick poll. Poll: should I fix my finger? Yes, no, and I'll do an open poll so people can add more suggestions about what I can do about my finger. Like, it obviously looks strange that the finger doesn't continue the line created by the arm. More fingers is now an option. If that wins, I'll honor it. What are your feelings?
Well, I added it, so...
I didn't notice that. I posted a pic of Pete's face. Oh, yeah, we will need that.
It's nice that you're in your trademark streaming shirt as well.
Do you think that's good? A lot of people are saying Stinky Sean. A lot of people have been saying Sean's a stinker, you know?
On your birthday of all days.
No, they haven't said it today. They just say it at other times.
At least that's respectful.
Yeah, that is actually. I think keep my mouth, because crucially Pete's mouth isn't pogging, is it? Only my mouth is pogging. And we honestly, we have similar shape.
Why is Pete you in this?
Because it's a Pobot.
But surely you're pointing at the Pobot. What
Oh,
are
do you
what
think
are you
Pete
pogging
should
at?
be here?
Otherwise, if you're the subject of this photo, if you're not the dad in the background of your own photo,
You mean like that?
then
Like this?
what are you even pogging at? Yeah.
Did I fix my finger? No. All right, pretty good. That's pretty simple then. It would be a shame to lose my pog face. If we wanted to make a reference that the a good Pete community would appreciate, I could also have
Thank you so much for triggering the
another
welcome
copy of my
bear here
arm
at
pointing in my
Birmingham
mouth.
New Street. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing Sean Morley's community grow from strength to strength.
That's horrible.
Oh God. Yeah, this would be the world premiere of Dirty More. And should Pete be? Should we just put him on like a Mega Man robot? Mega Man robot. Just so I can. It's because it's a robot, isn't it? And there's lots of robots in Mega Man.
I think also, a dream of a dog has been no, a dog having a dream of a dog has also counts as a robot. So I think the definitions are quite broad.
I haven't really followed what you're saying to me
No.
Just now. Not that I'm not willing to try again. If you're willing to say it again,
I don't think it's worth it.
That's sad. That's a shame, isn't it? Put this guy back together a bit. I think it cut off some of his interior shades. I think we're back. I think it's good. This guy's head has a sort of similar flesh tone to Pete's head. I thought maybe that would work in our favour. So where did I put Pete's head? Pete's head is here. So this guy needs to go in the background, and then it's more of a Pobot if Pete's head's on it, right? Is that right? That's actually an open question. Convert to a smart object. And then if Pete's head's on it, then it's a Pobot, right? That better? Yeah, is something wrong, Buzz Jonesy? And then your other hand in Pete's mouth. What other hand? I mean, I could, if I wanted to, I could have another arm. Like, it is odd that I cut off at the shoulder, but I could have another arm that sort of goes, back here.
Like you've been crucified.
Yeah, it feels like something bad is happening to me. Now I'm Naruto running. Yeah, that works. Can you give yourself 2 more arms and make them your legs? Yeah, absolutely. Should I just put shoes on the bottom of them just to kind of sell that they're legs? Obviously, you can't see that one so well, but this one could be a leg. Like that. But then down there, you can see.
Oh. What's that? What's the horrid little chicken legs?
Let's just cover up one of the legs again.
It's like something that'll run at you in Dark Souls.
Yeah. This does not feel good.
That's...
Oh, man. That's pretty strong stuff.
But with your geometrically impossible finger at the end of those chicken arm legs, it kind of makes sense now that it's a leg.
Do we want to see full body, or do you want? Would we prefer to have the forearm arm?
Is there
Did
a
you
way
rate
for
limited?
both?
No, Nightbot's having its own. If you need to clip at the moment, you'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. But I'll have Nightbot fixed for next time.
Can't you just wangle the angle on the arm so that we can get both?
You wanna try and go both. It might be possible. The only way to wangle I guess you could have the arm coming in from over here, and then we flip it so that the arm's coming in, and it would have to be a bit bigger. But we can flip the angle. But no matter what, it's gonna, no matter what, that arm's gonna obscure.
I just think getting a full shot of your horrible little chicken legs is too good.
Sorry, kid. Damn, where's the fire department?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You want the chicken legs, right?
I'm glad you're saying chicken legs as well now. That makes it feel
No, I
less
can
mean.
see it. Yeah, it's like like a plucked rotisserie chicken, right?
And also, chickens have skinny legs. Little
Yeah.
Tiny.
So I think I could send that to Pete as a Pobot. I think that works. I think that's. Do I need to label it or anything? Is that good enough?
What would you label it?
Well, I think they have to be puns on Pete's name, so I guess I call it Poggy. Yeah, I'll call it Poggy. And I'll give it an orange background. Sorry, orange. I'll put it here on the arm. Different font. Like, have I got a robot font? Do we like Poggy? Can we do better than that? In fact, what should I name this Pobot? Can you help me with this? I have made a new adjustment to this where this is the collective typing thing that we already have. But now it only needs 3.4 votes to succeed because we've only got 34 people chatting. So really that means 4 votes because obviously it has to beat that decimal point.
You have to beat that decimal point.
Well, do you know what I mean? If it needs 3.4 votes to succeed and go through as the next character, that means really it needs 4 votes because the votes are in full integers.
Right, so just rounds.
Yeah, I mean, like realistically what it needs is 4. But that means that means the amount of people that it needs to do this way of typing, it's always proportionate to the amount of people in. So if there's only like 10 or 20 people in, you need 1 or 2 people to agree. Or in fact, if there's only 10 people in, you just need 1 person and they could just vote. Okay, so currently it could be Pawn or it could be Paul. What's Paul? Pawn. Think about this. Think about this. Pork. Porlock. Oh no, it shouldn't have done that. What? It shouldn't have done that. Porlock.
That's
oh no,
ideal.
something's gone wrong.
No, that's perfect.
Wow, something's wrong. 'Cause if it's saying Porlock. No, there's a problem. I'll just call it Porlock and I'll try and fix this problem now. I guess when I made this change, it didn't account. Lock must be on a slightly different piece of code. Collective typing, Porlock, lock. Well, thank you for trying to confirm it. I'll fix this.
Is this how you imagined your birthday going?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Oh, why did that work? Why did it work that one time? It's because you hit 5. So this didn't go up to this. This needs to go if lock is greater than target. That's what it needs. That was the piece of code that was missing. I didn't update that bit. But I'm going to call it, well, do I honor Paul lock, or do I just do Paul lock? Because I think probably Paul lock's more memorable. Yeah, Paul lock. Keep, all right, stick. Yeah, fair enough. Thank you for helping me. Then maybe this name kind of like snakes down the arm like this. Poor lock. I've added this kind of grunge metal font, which maybe we can add a bit more clarity to with just a black stroke. Think that's good? We think we ship that? Oh, I'm happy with that. I'll send that off at the end. Okay, well, we've meme machined. Shall we spin the wheel again? Still needs shoes? No, you want to see that the feet are arms. You want to see the... I think you want to see it the way it is. I think we lock it. Stick it under a dirty bell jar so I can observe it and say how interesting. What do you think we should do next, Mighty? Should we wheel, or do you think the wheel has told us to meme machine and we continue meme machining?
I think wheel maybe.
Yeah, all right.
Just excited about the P reveal.
Reveal. Okay, Hansard Mania. What do you think we'll find in the Hansard today? Okay, we'll have to keep a good pace to this in order to get through it. So, let me bring up TechStream. Is there anything you want to look for in Hansard Mania, Mighty?
Ooh, is pogging to? I feel like we've done a pog in the past. Surely,
I think probably we've done a pog. Porlock. We could also do Porrick.
Have they ever said poor lock in the Houses of Parliament?
I'm gonna say I'm so confident they haven't. Pug? Yeah, you could do pug, because pugs are a sort of contentious breed, aren't they? Because they can't breathe. Foam party. That could have come up during COVID. Foam party. Birthday boy. Frozen peas. Getting mortal. I think it's very unlikely, but it's worth typing down. Dirty Den.
Surely they've spoken about Dirty Den. That was a cultural moment, right?
Dirty Den, probably, yeah. But what about characters that like are long-standing soap characters but aren't like focal points or never had like a specific cultural flashpoint? Like, do you think
Like
Gail Platt?
Ian
do you think
Beale.
Audrey Platt? Yeah, Ian Beale, yeah.
Or
And
Fizz.
draw Deirdre Rashid, Man Cave, Jim McDonald, Piper the dog. Okay, we're done. We don't want to spend too long, or we'll never get around to the.
That horrible little chicken egg.
Okay, Hansard searching, and we set our dates to between 1800 and today. And we got to do a prediction, right? So, what's the first one I want to look in? Pogging's just not going to. What's one that's like properly on the edge? Birthday boy. Birthday boy.
Yeah.
Okay, is Birthday boy in Hansard? Yes or no? You have 1 minute.
No.
Hello, Bird. You've arrived just in time. Do you think the phrase birthday... Where's the prediction thing?
I can see it.
Oh, no, but it's supposed to overlay on the screen as well. Let me go find it. Predictions, where are you? Huh. Maybe I need to log in on a browser and...
Whoa! Someone's just put a load down on me.
Huh. Let me try and reset up this. There we go. We're back in. Okay, most people think no.
Well, no. I think one person thinks no a lot.
Right. One person's bet big.
Yeah,
Well,
I think about 50,000 went down in one swoop.
now it is our time to separate speculation from fact. The question is Birthday Boy in Hansard? Yes. Quite a few times, actually. I'll find out exactly how many in just a second.
Someone's lost big.
Someone's absolutely washed out. The first time Birthday Boy was said was in 1993. And the most recent time was last year, 3rd of March, the Equipment Theft Prevention Bill. And let's see the most recent. Chris Philps said, most of all, I thank the Birthday Boy, my honourable friend, the member for Buckingham, for the initiative he has shown in introducing the bill. And the first result, I mean, it's not going to be interesting, is it? Just someone had a birthday.
Just people wishing each other happy birthday.
Yeah, it was showing the British Nationality Hong Kong Selection Scheme Amendment of 1993. Said Birthday Boy. We have heard from a birthday boy who regrettably appears to be no longer in his place. Perhaps he has gone to celebrate his birthday. The noble Lord, Lord Shackleton, said it was no birthday treat for him to address your lordships, but it was certainly a birthday treat for us to hear from him today.
I like how birthday boy's in quotes.
Yeah. And yet birthday treat is not in quotes because that's a normal phrase. Birthday treat, normal. Birthday boy, no. Has to be in quotes because, or it could appear with like sick next to it because, of course, this person was an adult.
What birthday treats have you had so far, Thorn?
I've had a Colin caterpillar cake, or at least I ate the head off
Oh,
him.
wow.
Yeah.
Official one or
no, actually, and it didn't even have a name. In fact, Jambud, can you remember what this caterpillar cake? Because it's not even. Because I know that Colin is your standard. Let's look up Colin.
Colin is canonical caterpillar cake.
Colin is the platonic ideal, right? So Colin the caterpillar, it's M&S only, apparently. Didn't really know that. I don't think I've ever had an actual Colin. Or maybe I've had a mini Colin. But this one doesn't even have a name. It's just called Slinky, which I think is more of a description of the creature rather than a name. Slinky caterpillar cake. And that's Tesco's.
Did you watch it climb down the stairs?
Yeah, it's this. We let it roll down the stairs. It damaged the packaging though, but I think the cake's mostly intact. But you can get it's explicitly feminine, but certainly like a pink shiny one called Fuzzy.
Slinky for her.
Yeah, a Slinky for her. This looks horrible. Oh, it's the free from. God, you can't even have gluten, and then your caterpillar cake has to look like this.
all the free from caterpillar cakes that are rendered in 3D and not given a texture.
Yeah, I think that's so sad. You can't have gluten, you can't have wheat, you can't have milk, but there's no reason to make that the design. There's no reason to make it look
free from joy.
Yeah, it looks low poly. It looks like, it looks like you're supposed to get popping. When you get closer to it, you get more detail.
Yeah, if you found that on the road in Jalopy, I wouldn't be surprised.
No. Install that into your car and suddenly your car starts smoking. I have other interest brings up a good point, which is, first of all, I'm going to let the yeses have it. But it does raise a good question. Speaking of gender, birthday boy appears in Hansard, but will there be a birthday girl?
Birthday girl.
Because there was quite a lot of birthday boys. Historically, obviously, there's only when do you think the first female MP served? It was like early 20th century, right?
Yeah, I feel like it might have even been like last week or as recent as that.
Will there be a birthday gluten-free? What's said in Hansard or available via the Tesco's website?
Birthday girl sounds... I don't know if this is my misogynist brain, but birthday girl sounds a lot more sinister than birthday boy.
Sinister how? Like it would be said by a slime bag.
Yeah, like someone's rubbing their legs while they're saying it.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past a slime bag, but I think it could be said innocently to a child, you know.
To a girl whose birthday.
Yeah, it's you're the birthday girl. I think that would be a straight down the line normal thing to say.
Yeah, I think maybe it's abstracted out into quotes. Makes me feel ill.
How do polls work now? I need to do investigative journalism. What's... Oh, yes. There's been a small change to the typing thing, but otherwise everything's the same. Oh, no, sorry. How do you write out a poll? You do exclamation mark poll, then question mark, then your question, then exclamation marks in front of all of your proposed answers. Also, Buzz Josie's made a very good document. Okay.
That syntax is mad.
No, the syntax is a million times better. Every new bit of it has a question, has an exclamation mark, apart from your question, which starts with a question mark. That's how it knows that's the question, because a question mark. And after the question, all of your options have exclamation marks. It's so much easier than before. It's so much harder to make mistakes. No, Pete is going to flourish. Pete is going to flourish. I don't know why he hasn't used the new syntax yet, but when he does, he's going to realize he's in for a treat. All of you, when you accept that all of my changes are better, you're going to be thanking me. And I appreciate change is hard. And so I am giving you space to breathe. There we go. Bird is flourishing. We have a new poll up. Is a girl having a birthday woke? I'm probably going to give that an Albrock. Oh, I wish I'd voted for High Bird. That's obviously the better one. Well, let's find out the results of two things at once. Most people think there isn't a birthday girl, but there is more money riding on yes. So is there a birthday girl in Hansard? Yes, there are two. The last one was on the debate on forced live organ extraction held by Mark Field on 26th of March, 2019. I think, while that sounds funny, obviously the details will be horrific, and let's not find out about what's going on with forced organ extraction, but someone had a birthday. Let's at least try and go in and extract the birthday girl information.
Don't say extract after that.
This is a serious issue, so I do not want to be too lighthearted, but it is great to be able to congratulate the honourable member for Strangford on securing the debate and for his birthday yesterday. There's also a birthday girl in the chamber today. My honourable friend, the member for Congleton, Fiona Bruce. I'm sure there was a misprint in the Times about the age. And Fiona Bruce says, sadly not. Sadly, I am the age the newspapers say. There's also a debate about in vitro fertilization and an Easter adjournment. So congratulations to the Eyes. The Eyes have it. There has indeed been a birthday girl in Hansard. Is this fun? Mate, is this fun?
I'm having a a whale of a time. Yeah.
That's good. There are far fewer birthday girls. Yes, I mean there are far fewer. There's just far fewer female representation in politics and in the corridors of power.
Are we going to do a birthday them?
Well, is birthday them the way you would say it?
That's the way I say it.
I think you'd have to say birthday person, wouldn't you?
No, I say.
No, you'd say birthday
I say-
them.
Yeah, we've got a very special birthday them in the house today.
Yeah.
And that's why they're calling the caterpillar cake looks so confusing.
Yeah, with a completely neutral, completely orange caterpillar.
But to distinguish it from a free from range, we've made it even more baffling cake choices.
I'd like to give a shout out to the Honourable Birthday Human, the Honourable Member from Strathclyde. Okay, I think we can say that Getting Mortal is not going to appear. Dirty Den? Gotta be, right?
It's got to be in there.
Shall we put Dirty Den in, or do you think it's so certain? Do you think it's so obviously going to be in there, it's not even worth the poll?
I'm so I lack the confidence in those things because some of the results of these have absolutely baffled me. For the talking about horseshoes, but not some like they've never said big left arm or whatever it was. But they've
Big left arm?
Well, there was one recently that was like swollen hand or big left arm.
It was, yes, swollen hand. I think one of those did come up. Yeah. BLA in the chat for big left arm. Let's put it in. I don't think we've had big left arm. Big left arm. I don't know, whatever said the phrase big left arm. Oh. Okay, it swung immediately to yes, and then immediately to no. Oh boy, big left arm. BLA in the chat. BLA for birthday left arm. Okay, in what context would someone say big left arm? It's hard, isn't it? Big left arm.
Could it be like a communist threat?
Well, you might say the left wing, like different chapters and organisations have wings, but and there are arms of organisations. But the way you talk about like a political caucus or something, would that be an arm?
But what?
I mean,
What if it's
maybe.
like the Marxist equivalent of the invisible hand?
Or Albrot's got a good one. I don't think that exact wording, but like, I don't know, the big left. No, I'm being daft here. They don't talk about the big left. That's not a phrase. The subsection of the left that's big. All right, I think this is a reach. In fact, how did people come down on this in the end?
I
Prediction?
can't even remember how I voted.
More people for yes, but the money's all on no. That is an interesting split. I notice in the voting predictions is that there are significantly more channel points in the minority voting pool.
But do you think that's reactive, where people? I know I've done this a few times, where sometimes if you're not sure either way, you'll sit and see where the money's going, and maybe put a flutter on in the opposite direction, so that even if you're not confident, if it pays out, the distribution is bigger.
Do you think there are people out there whose entire voting pattern is just a reactionary pendulum swing from what everyone else is doing, and they don't even think it through? They just go, "That's where people are voting. I'll drop a pony on the other."
That's what betting is, right? Really.
Sometimes. big left arm. Does the phrase, if you can call it that, big left arm appear in Hansard ever? No, of course not. No, of course not. I'm gonna.
That's disappointing.
Well, maybe 8 people. 8 people thought yes. No, it doesn't appear. I'm going to just try some variants just for my own curiosity, like big left foot. And presumably big left wing will obviously turn up.
What? Why is big left wing obvious?
Well, there's a big left wing faction of the Labour Party that want this policy and this policy, but of course, Lord Speaker, we're not going to allow it because we steer the way for clear-headed, sensible economic resolutions to the country's problems.
Yeah, I'm
something like that. Well, it's not in there, but thank you. Even big left isn't in there. I think it's probably too childish to say big, and they probably talk differently. They probably say like large. You know?
Birthday boy.
Yeah, they might be saying, "Oh God, I'm in the House of Commons, so I've got to put my best foot forward. I won't say big and sound like I'm in primary school. I'll say large."
Large. Is large better than big?
It's longer, isn't it?
Is it?
If you're trying to impress someone with your vocabulary, you'd say large before you say big, right?
I wouldn't use the word large to try and impress anyone, I don't think.
Not impress per se, but just fractionally bolster your image as an intellectual. If you were an MP, if like a big part of this is if you
so
were an
many
MP.
ifs in this.
Yeah, and you're a
It's
Tory.
hypothetical. I'm a Tory. I'm trying to bolster my intellect. Yeah. I don't think I plumb for like. Surely the kind of the Eton instinct would be to like grope for a Latin word or something immediately.
I'm just pogging to show you that we have a new prediction up.
Kit Kat Chunky.
I'm just pogging you towards this new prediction.
Can you use that as in that pogging towards?
I'm pogging towards, yeah. I think pogging is pogging points. Like, I think there's a word dialectic, which means like language and signifier, which points and intends towards something else. So I can like, let me pog you the way to where you'll be staying. Let me pog you down this corridor.
I wouldn't follow the advice of any of those people who said that to me.
Can you pog again? I missed it. Don't worry, Bird. I've got a really good example of me pogging right here. You want to see me pogging? This is as pogged as I get. let me pog you to the toilets. Oh, Sean, do you know where the toilets are? Yeah, let me just pog you there. I assume this means you're doing Locktober. I don't know what this means.
Oh,
Bird, are we here for the error?
You know, pogging, but not Locktober.
What's Locktober? How have I learned about pogging, but I don't know Locktober?
I'm not explaining Locktober to you.
Don't tell me I've got to read the words of John Locke. What is Locktober? I've got to lock my door? I'm already doing that. I'm worried there's some people, teenagers coming around a quad bike stealing people's ferrets. Steer away from this. What's going on?
Yeah.
Someone's worried that some kids on a quad bike are knocking the heads off their sunflowers. Is that Locktober? Got to keep everything locked down. I'm going to look at it just in case it's not TOS safe. And look at it over here.
Do it off screen.
Straight men are posting about Locktober. Who's going to tell them it's a chastity kink? What does Locktober mean? Viral TikTok terms, 2 meanings. Okay, it's got 2 meanings and confusing history explained. The prefix lock could mean a number of things, and in this case, it does. TikTokers and other social media users from all walks of life think they know what Locktober means, but it's true that one group has an original claim. Okay. October is an informal challenge in which kinky people wear a chastity belt for all of October. It's basically the BDSM community's answer to No Nut November. During Locktober, the participant cannot climax or remove their nether regions locked for an entire month. Okay. What about cleaning? Like you're actually wearing a single item of...
You've been no more, I think. You've just left me here to swim in the Locktober pool.
Oh, my mic got renamed. I'll fix it on here. Let's look at No More and make sure that the mic goes in future. Redeemables, No More. Yeah, this has been changed because I'm not using a Blue Yeti anymore, so I renamed it Mike to now Al. It felt silly having it the source called Yeti, and I'm like, I don't actually use
I thought you
a
meant
Yeti
Mike,
anymore, thank you.
Mike.
Oh.
Mike.
No, sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, am I over here? Here I am. Hello. Best time for Sean to... I'm guessing that means you don't want to hear about Locktober. But there's another meaning. What does the other mean?
The other meaning's just the misinterpreted one. That's not dissimilar from you locking your door.
Locktober's when you've got to lock in. I don't know. This second meaning seems stupid. Okay, it's a BDSM thing. Well, no, I'm not going to be doing it. I'm not part of the BDSM community. Oh, yeah, you already know about it. Okay. It's not normally watertight. Cleaning's awkward, but doable. Okay, thanks, Crispin. Great to know that you're knowledgeable on these things. Okay, did we do... Pete did Locktober last year. Did it work out? Did he make it to the end? Oh, yeah. Is Kit Kat chunky and handsome? Let's actually ask the big questions. Now, it could have a hyphen. It could not. So I'm going to try it both ways. I think probably it ought to have a hyphen. Can we not have BDSM in the chat for birthday boy Sean Morley? Okay, nothing with a hyphen. And nothing without. Pardon?
Putting a hyphen in Kit Kat feels mad.
Do you think so? Kit Kat. Huh. I thought you used to have a Kit Kat. Old design.
Old Kit Kat.
I'm going old back. I'm going to go back until it had a hyphen. I'm sure. Is this a Nelson Mandela's effect?
You've been Nelson Mandela'd about Kit Kat.
The other day, Jambird thought that when I said, how did it go? Jambird said to me that my belief that a Mandela effect was named after Nelson Mandela was a Mandela effect. And actually it was nothing to do with Nelson Mandela. And I just thought it did because I'd misremembered. And I kind of liked this recursive Mandela effect.
Mandela all the way down.
Did Kit Kat never have a hyphen?
There's a little bit of chocolate that joins the fingers in between. A kind of chocolate hyphen.
Hello, Baldy. Those cats gave me a bit of a startle. Yeah, but there's never been a hyphen. Do you know what it is? It looks like there's a hyphen through this T.
No, that's just a T.
I'm with you. I don't disagree. But I think that helped make me, in my dreams, I recombined the shapes and maybe I turned it into a hyphen. And I probably thought it was kill hyphen cat or something like that.
Kill cat?
I don't know. I just thought there was... Can I just check if anyone else thought this?
No.
Did you ever believe...
Try and hyphenate a Kit Kat.
Kit Kat had a hyphen? 1 yes, 2 no. Did anyone ever believe it? Was this just me?
Pete's here.
Pete, I've made you a Pobot. How do you... Sean Moore deleted Grugger Smith's message. How? Why? Why did Grugger Smith's message get deleted?
You're Sean Moore.
No, I am Sean Moore. So what script have I got that's deleted Grugger Smith's message? Grugger Smith wrote !no rather than 2, and it got deleted. So why did that happen? No, I got that that's not correct, but why did it delete your message rather than just ignore it? Some rogue pit of something. Who wrote yes? Let me go up. Thank you, reception music. Thank you. More point for reception music.
You can't bribe
Press up.
people
Did you...
with points.
Works on you all the time. Yeah, it worked on either their interest. You just can't write !no.
These days.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just deleting people's yes or no answers. I don't understand. It doesn't matter, does it? All right, well, enjoy. Pete, if I've made a Pobot for you, how should I send it to you? It was a one-off where you were trying to get people. Oh, it was. What was it called? It was like a voting. I had to guess your answers to MallGov. It was MallGov. The only adjectives used to describe left arms in Parliament in the last 60 years are slow, legislative, and ineffective. Okay, this sounds like the 1970s.
Slow left. Imagine having a slow left arm.
Imagine having an ineffective left arm. Just DM you on Discord. Okay, great. I'll give you a little sneak peek because we have already made it. Does this fit the style guide, Brad, of a Pobot?
Style guide.
Is there a style guide? It's called Poor Lock, and it helps you understand pogging.
I'd particularly like you to direct your attention towards the legs of the pogger.
We've been learning about pogging. Cressip, you're a streamer. You'll know all about pogging. Is that fair to say? Just a lot of my chat, bless them, they're very, they trend a little older. They don't know about creepers, for instance. They don't know how to make a bedrock farm. They don't know about pogging, so I had to let them know.
This feels rich from a guy who thinks Kit Kat's hyphenated.
I honestly thought it was. I thought Kit Kat was hyphenated, yeah. But then so did reception music, and reception music's cool. Cool and young.
That you can't prove that wasn't a sympathy birthday vote that then got rewarded financially.
Well, no, but I'm not really motivated to prove that, am I? What are we doing? We're doing Hansard Mania. Have we got anything left? We'll do one more, and then we'll spin again. I'm not particularly moved by any of these. We got any others? Why would I know about Locktober? I'm not in the BDSM community, Josie Russell. I'm part of a community that call ourselves the Vanilla Winners. Bread.
That's horrible.
Why is it horrible?
I don't know. I just don't want to accidentally end up at a Vanilla Winners event.
With the Vanilla Winners?
Send me back to the pandemic foam party boat of death over an evening in a community centre with the Vanilla Winners.
The Vanilla Winners. Do you know, I once did a stand-up gig for a BDSM private booking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so what are we doing next?
So, what is that? Well, is that can't be the end of that anecdote?
There's nothing else to it, really. Hello, Funky
What was-
Mr. Chicken.
I know a comedian friend of mine who did was booked to do a BDSM event, and he didn't realise, but the payment was in rubber dildos, and he quite
was this?
Robin Ince.
Oh yeah, your friends with
And,
Robin Ince.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he I think would proudly describe himself as a member of the Vanilla Winners.
Yeah, it's not a bad crowd, honestly.
It's great.
There's more of us than you think.
The silent majority.
We're not silent. We wield a lot of power. I can answer these. How foamy was the foam? No foam. It was a dry party. What was the survival rate? 100%. No deaths. How was the food? It was at a bar. I don't think they were serving. And my friends with Robin Ince, I know him. I've spoken to him a few times. He knows me. I just don't think. If I were to say, Robin, do you want to come out and have some food with me? He'd say, no, not really. Was there a dress code? No. Were they nice? They were very nice, actually. They were very friendly. They were a lot friendlier and kinder than the Vanilla Winners. I will say that. How good was the buffet? There was no food. What is a dildo? Let's move on. How Russian were they? Didn't know. Didn't do like a, what is it called? 22andMe on them or anything? 23andMe? It's more likely that it's 23andMe because that rhymes. Weren't we supposed to be doing Minecraft? Yeah, we did. We did for a second. How many times did you blush like a little beetroot? I was deeply uncomfortable, but I'd only just pulled out of the Judge Rinder gig. So I was very much caught up with that. In fact, I had to try and arrange with ITV to send me straight from the Judge Rinder set to this BDSM gig. That's its own story. Did you know that I once spent a weekend in a sex and muscles bed and breakfast? No, who wrote that? The Vanilla Winners make me sad. Is that a question? How was Judge Rinder? I never met him in the end because the whole thing fell apart because of the whole Dr. Monkey scheme. Did you get spaffed on? No. No one was actually... I wasn't... Look, I don't know what you're picturing, but I wasn't trying to do my funny little quips and giggles over an active, writhing orgy. I wasn't addressing a sea of flesh. They were just people in a bar who happened to like getting chained up. What does sex and muscles?
What material would you deploy for that situation?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like, wipe down materials.
No.
I did a lot of material about being a Vanilla Winner. I got the impression they get that a lot, I talked a little bit about my favorite anime from the 90s. Just in general, not any specifics. And I talked a little bit about how I was supposed to be on ITV, and then instead I spent the day at a mass grave in Derbyshire. But that's more of a log story in itself.
Oh, you can't just leave all these anecdotes hanging with really provocatively interesting little sound bites.
Yeah, but if I let the anecdotes nest like that, we never check the Hansard again.
Mm.
All right, let's do one last Hansard. Can you think of one?
No, my mind's poisoned. Thinking about Vanilla Winners and days at a mass grave.
Do you think vanilla sex is in the Hansard?
Surely.
In the bungalow, we've definitely tried. Choose outcome. Yeah, there wasn't a Kit Kat chunky. Do you think surely for vanilla sex?
Yeah. There's got to be like health and sexual health chat and stuff. And even like LGBT stuff.
Do you think they'd call it vanilla? Do you think that's like the actual terminology that the experts or whatever would propose?
I mean, I don't think Parliament is stocked with experts.
No, but
So
I
that's not what we're
just don't think vanilla sex is the language they would use. Trojan will be in there, Cressa. I know it's a condom brand, but also it's a type of horse. The type of sneaky, hollow horse.
Is it a type of horse?
It is. It's a type of sneaky, hollow horse that's full of your enemies. It's a type of horse you really want, but there are people in there who want to kill you.
I don't think Trojan is like fits in the taxonomy of horses, though. It was a horse. It's not a type of horse.
It's a type of horse, isn't it?
No, it's just where that one horse was from.
No, I've heard of Trojan horses that weren't from Troy. People do Trojan horses all the time. I had to delete a Trojan off my computer just the other day.
A Trojan, the horse.
Well, no, it's a Trojan file. I think I've had a keylogger or something.
Who do you think is trying to log your keys?
I think people would want my keys.
Vanilla
Yeah.
winners operate.
I think people want to take over my Twitch account. But Trojan is a type. Let's check this out. Paul, is Trojan a type of horse? I'll do an open poll just in case there are people who've got better imaginations than me. I know I lost it last time I tried to use the chat to defend myself. Troy is a place. Read a damn book. Listen, don't you come into my birthday and you're telling me, oh, read the Iliad. One, no. Let's get that out of the way. No, but it's named after Troy, but now it's a type of horse. Just like a Jersey cow, you could breed those in Doncaster. They're still a Jersey cow, aren't they? It's just now it's a type of cow. Not a type of horse. It's a type of horse. It's a type. It's when you... No, because they're made of wood, Bird. It's a type of horse you can make out of wood. If I make a giant wooden horse and I go up to a city-state that I'm at war with and I say, oh, actually, we've decided let's call off the war. Here's a horse. And they go, oh, great, yeah, we hated being at war. And they bring the horse in. And then actually 100 soldiers come out of the horse and kill everyone. I've done a Trojan horse. And if people there, the policy wonks and the pundits and the journalists at the Telegraph go, well, actually, this horse was actually whittled just outside Walthamstow, so you call it a Walthamstow horse. This is arch pedantry. It's a Trojan. It's just another Trojan horse. It's just a Trojan horse. Are you knowingly muted in Discord? Nope. Completely unknowingly. Thank you for letting me know. Lord knows what hotkey did that. Hello, matey.
I thought you were doing like an awkward silence as a joke, and then it went on for about 5 minutes.
No. About a third of my jokes are just accidents.
Mm.
Hello, Bird. In what sense do you want to come in? You're very welcome.
Let Birds in.
Yeah, Bird, you're allowed in. Just in what sense am I letting you in? Is vanilla sex enhanced? 3 people think yes, and 2 people think no, and the no's are much more confident or much more willing to part with their points. Bird is drunk, by the way. Yeah, all the more reason for me to think that I can't stop her. No, they never said vanilla sex, and I knew it was contentious. I just didn't think it would be the words they use. Oh, you can't see it. Well, you know what? There's nothing to see because there's no results. Yeah, Bird, you're welcome in. If you want to sing a song.
What? Any requests on your birthday from Bird?
Oh, if I wanted to request a song from Bird?
Birthday boy, birthday human song. But it's a birthday treat.
What song would be a birthday treat for me? Are there any songs we love here? Any songs we particularly like as a community?
Puppy.
Yeah.
You've muted again, Sean.
It must be something I'm typing. Bread.
What hotkey is that?
Just one of the buttons.
Luckily, I saw it this time.
Oh, I think we've been joined.
Hello.
Hello, guest.
Happy birthday, Sean.
Thank you, Bird. Happy birthday, Bird.
Thank you. Happy birthday, Mighty Fighty Shushbugs.
Happy birthday, Bird.
I hope you've both had a lovely day.
Yeah, it's been lovely, thank you.
Sean,
yeah, we've been learning about pogging.
Vanilla winners.
I like that it's the winners. I appreciate that positive outlook on life.
Or
thanks.
Is it not casting it in competition and implies, as a consequence, a kind of superiority over the non-vanilla losers?
I don't know. I think that's quite a negative way of looking at it.
I'm not the one who called it the vanilla winners.
Well, obviously, I didn't call it. I didn't create the group. I'm just a member. But
just a founding member.
If we called ourselves the Happy Vanillas, doesn't mean everyone else is sad, does it? So it's the similar logic here.
No, but that's not how competition, happiness, emotion doesn't happen on the scale of competition. Winning surely presupposes.
Well, we can all
losing.
win, can't we? Everyone could be joint first. That's our belief. Everyone could just arrive together.
I think that's lovely. I think that's a sweet message of togetherness for everyone's birthday.
Yeah, exactly. It's very.
Is everyone can arrive together? The tagline for the vanilla
Today
winners.
is your birthday. You're welcome to Earth Day.
No, I think it should be something like "Turn the lights off."
Yeah, not like that.
I didn't think I was letting guests in on my birthday call to insult the vanilla winners.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're all here to have fun. We're all friends. We're all winners together.
Yeah, we're all winners together. We all arrive at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah,
Put
first
that down.
place.
How's your day?
Well, what
been,
should we
Bert?
do?
My day's been fine. I had a long day at work, and then I had an event after work where there was a lot of prosecco. So I've had a lot of prosecco.
Shall I
Which
do some birthday
retroactively-
shots?
Retroactively, I will say, was to celebrate Sean's birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. I might do a birthday shot myself to celebrate.
Oh, go on then.
Peas.
Yeah, read 'em and weep. Homegrown. Growers harvest.
Can you go big for the peas?
Yeah, big for the peas. Cheers, everyone.
Bottoms up.
Actually, quite a large shot glass. These have defrosted.
Oh, that's a shame.
Cheers.
Down in one. Down in one.
I have to come clean. My brain is utterly
Watch Sean
fucked.
die.
Us just sat here watching it on a delay.
On his birthday. That's on peas after talking about vanilla winners for 2 hours.
Did you ever have was it Calippo shots? Did you ever have those? The ice cream?
Oh, with the little. You think about the little balls?
Mmm.
Yeah. Didn't one come in like a plastic tub that looked like a kind of miniaturized public garbage can?
Yes, it did. In my head, I was picturing it like a bottle of multivitamins, but you're right, it was very bin shaped.
Yeah, and if you let them get a bit melty, it was like sweet, sweet mushy peas.
Do you think Sean is getting sweet mushy peas based off his expression presently on stream?
I don't know, but if that's the face of a vanilla winner, then count me out.
If that's a vanilla winner, call me a vanilla loser. Oh no, he's happy. He's content. He's going to smell up.
It's chewing.
I'm pogging. I'm pogging.
Horrible. Next time we need you to do the we need you to do the big line from the Elephant Man. Well, Luffy's. How was that? How was it? How was it? How is it texturally?
They're so cold. They're so cold.
I'm not averse to frozen peas as a snack. But doing a shot of them is something else.
You have to defrost them in your mouth a bit, and then you need to kind of cycle the coldest to the edges of your cheek, so they all get a chance to get the a level of defrosting.
In the washing machine of your mouth, you must put them on spin cycle.
Well, you have to. Yeah, you've got to find a way to get a convection current going, otherwise you're doomed. How does it feel texture-wise? It reminds me of when I accidentally ate that ladybird.
When was that?
What?
When did you eat a ladybird?
Remember when I had a ladybird infestation when we moved in?
Yes.
To the flat in Amstelveen.
Yeah. Just one kamikaze.
Well, one of them alighted on some M&Ms.
Oh no.
Which, you know, I just scooped up a couple of M&Ms and didn't realise one of them was a ladybird.
How do you not realise that you're picking up a creature?
Well, because you know how peanuts have a shell, and you can be chewing a peanut, but there's an outer layer to the peanut which is like a shell. That's a lot like the wing case
An
of a
M&M
ladybird.
is a lot like the chitin of a insect.
Well, no,
Ladybird is the peanut of the M&M.
I sound less insane if you say that the shell of a peanut is a bit like the shell of a ladybird. These are just two kinds of shells.
Thing is, if I wasn't really paying attention, I feel like I could see it happening. I feel like I could see it happening.
Because
I'd ever be caught.
picture this
shoveling a
scenario.
creature into my mouth.
You've got a nice little bowl, and in the bowl, let's say you've put 15 M&Ms. And you're eating, on average, 1 or 2 M&Ms from the bowl while you're watching, let's say, a Get Ready With Me YouTube video.
No, that would never happen.
You wouldn't watch it Get Ready With Me?
Okay, let's say you're watching Jenny Nicholson's 4-hour video about the Star Wars hotel.
Okay, more likely, but I can barely be bothered to get ready with myself. Can you imagine my motivation for getting ready with someone else?
What if you're watching a time-lapse video of different foam parties off the coast of Istanbul?
Yeah, all right. Much more
Yeah,
likely.
okay, yeah. You'll just constantly freeze-frame to be like, that's me.
That's me
I did look
clinging off
sad.
the
I wasn't
side of
just
the
scared. I
catamaran.
looked sad.
Look at my eyes. Okay.
Sorry, what was I saying?
So we're watching Mighty Fighters Just Book for the phone party. We're eating 15 M&Ms.
Yeah. And all I'm saying is, once you've relaxed, you don't visually verify the M&Ms anymore. You just put your hands where you know the bowl is.
Birthday
you feel
boy
the
Sean
shapes,
Morley.
and then you just secrete them between your lips.
Oh no, that must have felt terrible.
At what point did you realise it was a ladybird?
Well, okay, initially, the wing case of a ladybird feels like the shell of a peanut, but then it felt wrong because I wasn't able to sort of bite and chew it to the point where it felt like it was safe to swallow. And then I did poke my tongue out, I went, "Nah," and I saw the spots.
Oh no.
She wants to be no more.
Yeah, bugged in a Sean Morley in the chat, please. BDSM.
I just
So
don't think
bad.
I'd eat a ladybird.
I would never willingly eat a ladybird.
Never knowingly.
I never knowingly eat it. That's so bad. I think because there truly is nothing worse than eating something, expecting it to be one texture, and then it's suddenly another texture.
Yeah, or it feels like you know, if you go down or up a flight of stairs and you think there's one more or fewer steps than there are, it feels like the culinary version of that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I just want to thank I Have Other Interests for a donation, a little birthday donation, and I am going to spin the wheel now just to honour that.
Yippee.
Could result in more peas.
Yeah, have you got more?
Is there
people?
anything on the wheel that you really want to come up that's not come up yet?
Judith Butler.
I'd be interested in Judith Butler, but she sits at 1%.
Say, doesn't Judith Butler use Dave Emperor down there?
Oh. Well, let's be duly updated.
Let me Google it real quick.
Okay, we'll do another Hansard Mania, but then I probably should think about going because I've got on for longer than makes sense for me.
Yeah, I'm saying this is late. Normally 3 hours is when you clock off.
Yeah, this is a real night hole. Bird, do you have anything that you think might be worth searching in the Hansard?
I'm trying to remember what I've asked to be put on the list previously that's never been looked up.
It possibly means that I have some issue with it. I have some instinct.
Or it's just like, the list gets so long that we never get to it. Have we looked up? I think I did. I think I submitted a bunch of Pokemon last time, and I don't think any of them came up. Have we? I think I was the one who submitted Judith Butler. I don't think that came up either.
Right. Judith Butler didn't come up. They honestly don't discuss gender, really. Yeah.
Can we
horseshoes?
Can we look up "Will You Get Down"?
Will you get down?
That's another Vanilla Winners.
That is good.
Because I imagine
that is very good.
Variations of "sit down" will most certainly be on there. But
yeah,
will
and
you
you wouldn't
get
say
down?
will you. You wouldn't say will you get down to someone who is merely stood up.
No.
You would have to start climbing onto things.
Or what about when they grab the mace? Like that.
However, really, the true Hansard player is to think, what's the most boring way that would turn up? And would it say, like, will you get down to such and such area for our local business conference?
That's true.
Or will you get down off your high horse regarding the something policy?
Will you get down? You're leaning on my big left arm.
What was the context? Could you remember what the context was for "Get Off With Me"? I think one of the best.
Well, if you want to read it in the most exciting ways, is that just a dame says to a lord, "Will you get off of me?" Seemingly apropos of nothing. But you could also read it as like, "Will you move the subject on from me? Like, stop discussing me." That's the most boring way, and maybe because with Hansard, the most boring way is probably the most plausible way.
Yeah, I think the next step after we've kind of got the Hansard sorted and we know that it works, I think we should start adding stage directions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that should be a government responsibility.
We could get Harry in there to subtitle it.
We could.
Okay. Will you get down? Oh yeah, I've been thinking because I did the Brooklyn whack, and I keep thinking like, what are other search engines? And I'd like to do one with Moby Games. I think that could be fun.
Ooh.
Moby Games is the big database of every video game ever released, and I think there's interesting trends in what the titles of video games are in like different decades.
Yeah.
Like, is there a game simply called Blast? Probably.
That.
But we don't know. Or like Sleepy Quest.
Or Get Off With That.
Sleepy Quest feels like the name of a cozy game that like would be the 10th cozy game in a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, it was either made in the Pac-Man generation of abstract shape games, or it was made very recently to appeal to sapphic girls with Nintendo Switches. Will You Get Down has never been said, bizarrely, even though we talked ourselves into a corner of believing it was going to be like, will you get down to business? Will you get down off your high horse?
Oh, that's sad.
No one has ever said it.
I was hopeful for a minute there.
Yeah, I became truly convinced of it. No, it
Should
was
we
a good
keep-
one.
Should we keep going until we find one, or do you want to go to bed?
Do I want to go to bed? No, let's find one.
Okay.
Are they saying, would you get down? It's worth a look in it for our own curiosity. I should cash people out, though. Choose outcome. I'm afraid there was no will you get down. Sega Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
No, Sega Dreamcast was a flop, wasn't it? So why don't we pick a different console? Like, not a big one, not Nintendo Switch. I'm sure they say that. I'm sure they say Sony PlayStation.
PlayStation 2?
I feel like they'll say that as well. What's like a
What about
like
the new Wii?
GameCube.
a Wii U? Do they say Wii U?
No, the new Wii.
What do you mean new Wii?
The new Wii.
Do we want to say they say new Wii?
The
You want to
new
search
Wii.
new Wii? Fine. Did they say new Wii? Because if they say Wii U, they might say the new Wii, the Wii U.
Unless
or
it was
the
like you know
new
how when
Wii U.
when it was the 3DS era, and there was like the new 3DS, and then there was the
Yeah.
2DS, and then there was the like new 2DS. Oh,
Is new Wii answered?
if that doesn't come up, I think we look at Peter Molyneux. See if he.
God, yeah, please.
What's his studio? It was 22 cans, but that probably won't come up. But Lionsgate, is he with them?
Lionhead and Bullfrog before that.
Bullfrog will come up.
Does everyone? I'm sure everyone remembers that. I mean, obviously he's infamous for telling all these horrible lies. What was the name of the game that he made with a boy?
Milo.
And it was-
What's this?
Yeah, the Milo simulator. He lied about inventing a boy for a while.
Milo Simulator.
So who remembers Project Milo? PMs in the chat.
Yeah.
It was like around the time where Connect had just come onto the market, and it was like, we invented a boy you can play catch with, and then nothing came of it.
Project Milo, the virtual boy. It's a very Peter Molyneux idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've invented a boy.
Imagine having your very own birthday boy.
This boy will have a birthday every day.
And
we
he'll be
open up all the variables for change. How many birthdays per hour he has?
Based on the decisions you make in the past, might send him evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, nature.
Based on music, you play the boy in the womb. That'll determine what kind of brain they have. Okay, it's a direct split between yes and no here. I think all the yeses have got a screw loose. Is new Wii enhanced?
Surely.
Please. Please.
No, of course not. Of course not. Nothing
Aw.
here. Barren. Let's cash out and then we'll just faff around with similar stuff until we find something. New Wii. Okay, is the Wii U in
Worst
here?
suggestion we've had.
The Wii U's not even in here. Okay,
Yeah,
should
no
we
one
go
knows
up?
about the Wii U.
Shall we go up step by step from console obscurity until we find one? So I think we could probably say that the who made the
GameCube.
Jaguar? GameCube will be in there.
Is the Jaguar?
Atari Jaguar.
It's before my time, sadly.
But also it's like it's very niche. The Jaguar wasn't a big deal. Atari 2600. I can imagine the Atari 2600's in there. Atari, that wasn't like obscure in its time. It's just old now. Oh no, okay. I guess these things weren't individually considered economically important enough to discuss on a business by business basis, or at least
I guess
even on a
maybe-
hardware by hardware basis.
Probably because they're also US or Japan or US developers, so they're probably less likely to come up in British Parliament, right?
Also,
Yeah.
Parliament are like allergic to technology.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Jambird's right. The people that would have been discussing these would think that every console's called a Game Boy, and that
What about-
every music player, portable music player, is an iPad and stuff like that.
Has Kojima come up in the Hansard?
Hideo Kojima, or just the surname Kojima? 'Cause
I would say
Kojima's-
Hideo Kojima.
I think there's no way. I
There's
think
prob-
there's no way.
But what if there was one MP who was a huge Metal Gear Solid?
It's just not the kind of thing that an MP would. Do you know,
Which-
like the only
which
only
MP?
media that I found, you know how we found that Stephen Burko really loves Lord of the Rings and will
Mhm.
shoehorn Lord of the Rings in.
Isn't it?
That's about
is
as
it
modern
James-
feeling as it gets, and that's still a book from like 1940 something.
Is it James Cleverley who loves Warhammer? There's some Tory who loves Warhammer and has
That's
mentioned it
interesting.
in multiple interviews.
Who would which MP do you think would be the most Kojima stan in there? Who's-
I think I could see. Is it Zara Sultana? I could see her playing Death Stranding.
Mm.
Who else?
Joe Swinson.
No. What's the most
Right.
Lib Dem game you can play?
Farmville.
Team Hospital.
No, Team Hospital's good. Don't lib dem that.
Team Hospital is good.
Have I told you about when I saw Emily Thornberry coming out of a fringe venue that I knew only did really weird shows, and then I found out what show she went to? Have I told you this story?
What did she see? What did she see?
So I met Emily Thornberry because I went, "Are you Emily Thornberry?" And I had a very, very small chat with her. But then I was like, she came out of the Hive, Baldy. Emily Thornberry came out of the Hive at the Fringe. And I was like, what has she gone to see at the Hive?
Was she not just doing Hive till 5?
No, it was like the afternoon. Yeah. Oh, either their interest was in there. Yeah, it was Cats for an hour. It was a comedy show that was actually sent in remotely by a performer who never turned up, and it was just a video file of still
yeah.
images of cats set to music for 1 hour.
Mm.
And Emily Thornberry went to it and loved it.
What a pick! What a pick!
Yeah. It's
That's
one of those safe
hilarious.
picks because it says exactly what it is, and then it is that. Like the guy, a young man dressed as an old man, dressed as a gorilla. Shows should be so spot on accurate like that in their description.
What's on your mind?
I'm just trying to get the perfect final answer to end my birthday.
Okay. I mean, we could look at. I imagine Colin the Caterpillar is going to come up.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Your birthday,
No,
guys.
what about Slinky?
Huh.
Slinkies themselves, maybe because they were popular toys.
But slinky is an adjective that describes other stuff, right? Can't like a...
Like a dress can be slinky.
Exactly. Well, how about a Rubik's Cube?
It was sweeping the nation at some point.
So was Slinky. If we're considering Slinky.
Did you get? What about? Did you get any? What presents did you get?
Jam's going to order me a hat with a hedgehog on it.
Oh, that's cute.
But she let me pick the colour.
Oh, that's nice.
It's going to be yellow.
Is it embroidery?
I don't think it's hand embroidered, but it goes to a charity that does wildlife preservation.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, my mom found some left-handed knives in my grandma's shed, and she might give those to me.
For your big left arm.
Yeah, she found a fancy set of left-handed knives. There's even a left-handed grapefruit scoop. I didn't know that blades come with handedness.
Yeah, how can a knife be left-handed?
And I'm left-handed.
Me too.
Well, apparently, yeah. Well, I'm left-handed, but I cut with a normal knife, thinking it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think, like scissors are handed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's because the blades are directional, right?
Blades are directional on a knife. It's just subtle because the metal sheet is thin.
So, is this stream right now big left arm?
Yeah, we've gone big left arm.
We're big left
Hang
arm.
on, how many people here are left-handed?
All of us.
Are you all left-handed?
100%
Yeah.
for this sample.
Hang on, let me find out. What handed are you?
Perfect.
And I'll put L, R, and then they, them for both.
them handed.
I'm they, them handed.
Shaz is normal. Well, that would be they, them, I think. I think it's very strange to restrict yourself to one hand.
I would have 100% guessed Josie Russell as left-handed, and I've got no logic to say why.
What do you think is the vibe of someone who is left-handed?
God, Bread Santa's right hand.
Sorry, what was Bird's question? Because I think
I
it
said,
was good.
what is the vibe of someone who is left-handed?
I think just neurotypical, isn't it? Just
Yeah, normal. Everything's made for you.
I thought you asked for the vibe of people who are left-handed.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
We've gotten ourselves muddled.
Don't know my left from my right. Sorry.
I really hoped we'd have a left sweep.
Yeah, me too.
This is like every election I've ever seen play out.
Right,
and there's one third party vote splitting things.
Yeah, if only the they-thems had just swallowed their pride.
They-thems are winning here.
It's called...
You want to keep the right out, you've got to vote they-them.
You can look up you could look up a guide on tactical handedness. So you can get scissors, and you can get the one desk that's built for you in the entire lecture theatre.
I
Do you think they've ever said they-them in Parliament?
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, how would it be written down in the Hansard?
I don't know, but I'm willing to try every variant.
Okay.
Like including just they/them next to each other. But I think that the way we're most used to seeing it is with a slash. So have they ever said they/them in Parliament? It's going to be a real indictment on the entire British political system if it's never been uttered once.
NB's sound off.
Surely. It could go either way, right? Like it could be some like Kemi Badenoch type, like saying it in scare quotes as well. Surely.
Yeah. Albert says punctuation is ignored. So the only two variants we'd need to try then really is they/them is just with a space, and then they/them, I don't know, like amalgamed with no space.
Okay.
I also just like the image that Albert has been quietly searching Hansard for variants on left arm.
Yeah, I do like some people get really snagged on one thing and they go off and they have their entire sidebar. In fact, the stream becomes a sidebar to something that happened. And then they'll come back with like goodies and treats. Here, I've researched this thing you mentioned 40 minutes ago. And I say, that's so wonderful, but I've moved on so extensively from that.
I feel like
that
we had something. We definitely had a stream like that quite recently. Or am I just remembering the Trojan horse incident from Italy?
Oh, well, they all blur into each other, really.
Yeah, days blur into nights, blur into weeks, into months, into years, and then suddenly it's Sean's birthday again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't wait.
Clell Tickle was my.
I'll try doing another birthday stream in a week and see if anyone notices.
Sitting in Mother Shipton's cave underneath Happy Birthday.
Okay, a vast majority think they/them will be there. Okay, is they/them in Hansard? It's thinking, so maybe it comes up a lot. Yeah, well, hang on. Yeah, but first in 1815. So, well, you know,
Let's see.
MBs have been around for a while. Yeah, let's try and get to the very first one. How do we put these in chronological order? Like, what are they saying at the time? Unless it's just the end of one sentence and no, how would one sentence end in they and the other one start with them? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, there's 1878 at the bottom of page 1.
The Roman Catholic question raised by the Earl of Dunamore. They/them. What did they them feel? What do you mean? What did they them feel? Oh, do you think this is because these are all this is an optical scanner used for the really old stuff. It's going to be then. What did they then feel? That's exactly the kind of manner of speaking that they possibly would have used in 1815.
Yeah, go to the most recent result and see if it means what we want it to mean. But I think you're right. I think it will be an optical scanner because of.
Well, because they stopped saying it. Do you know what? It still is a flipping indictment on the UK stuff because they haven't said it since it's been digitized. So it's only in here through typos. No one's ever acknowledged a non-binary person.
But I think that's surprising. I genuinely thought that if we were going to get one, it would be, as you said, through scare quotes of people are going to university and coming back with they them pronouns and blue hair and talking about post-structuralism.
These days.
Yeah, this is talking about weapons comparable to the weapons which they themselves deploy. So no, we don't actually have a legitimate use of they them.
I don't
so
think
this is
non-binary people should have weapons.
It's a bold stance.
This is the worst outcome where it's still the indictment on the entire British political system, but also I have to pay out to the people, the people who put no sort of should have got this, but I can't in good conscience pay out to them. I suppose Parliament talk is fairly non-gendered. Do you know what it actually, not to defend the House of the Commons, but I actually think you're not allowed to use pronouns, are you?
Really?
You have to say the honourable member.
When talking about people in Parliament, but don't forget the people in Parliament are there to represent their constituents who have pronouns.
This feels like a personal attack. No. It came up on the graph. I don't editorialize over what the search engine tells me.
Also, it is a personal attack because
it's a personal attack on you by the elites,
British
not
state.
me, not me, lowly mall. But not the way it's intended. I don't judge intent though. I don't editorialize. I just. If there's pips on the graph, I say yes. This is how I stay neutral. This is how I stay neutral in an increasingly polarized world.
Yeah,
I just say, is purple line on graph? Yes or no?
We are but observers.
Yeah.
We're not the ones who went out and collated the data.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think we might have to write to our local MP. Don't mega gun me. I'm neutral. I'm normal. But you should still be proud. You won for a long time. I'm getting shot in the head, so we all have good days and bad days.
On his birthday.
Yeah, for the second time.
R.I.P. It's what he would have wanted.
There's our special little birthday boy.
He died as he lived, pogging his goddamn face off.
Shall we pog everyone to bed?
Yes, let's pog. Let's pog our way to bedtime.
Yes, Father, let's pog. Is it time to... Father, is it time to pog?
Father, Father, will you look smacks it again like you did last night? Another pogging story, please, about our Sigma.
Mistress, have we been poggers today? Yes, yes, children, you're all pog champs. Now off to bed. Let me pog you down the corridor. You're sleeping down here.
And don't forget, no getting out of bed while
Now,
me
children,
and your, while
I
me
don't
and your
want you-
mother settle down to be for a little bit of vanilla winning.
Children,
Yeah.
I don't want to see any more mewing. You're all perfectly skibbity in my eyes. Now, hie thee to bed and pog, sweet poggers.
And to all my children out there through the webcam, you're all my pog champs. Good night.
Happy birthday.
Is being hauled around, Bear. We got more wood in circulation. So tell all the beavers, stop making everything piecemeal, and let's just haul some wood. Oh, this beaver's sharpening his teeth. Oh no. Oh, sorry to inform everyone down here. Cressup's died of old age. Can we get F's in the chat for Cressup who just died? Nothing happened. They just died. Yeah, sorry. Timberborn grew up